screams louder, can't hear my name. Right points, fingers, plays the blame game. In the middle, man, where do we stand? No saints, no saviors, just callous hands. Stuck in the middle, stuck in the fight. Common sense flickers like a dim street light. Woke to the left, holy to the right. Josh and Eli breaking through the night. Breaking through the night. Shades of gray, they call it a sin. Two sides shouting, who's gonna win? Echo chambers building their walls, but we're here screaming through it all. Stuck in the middle, stuck in the fight. Common sense flickers like a dim street light. Woke to the left, holy to the right. Josh and Eli breaking through the night. Breaking through the night. Truth ain't red, truth ain't blue. Lies on both sides, what's a man to do? Tug of war, pulling hearts apart. But brassy patriot, where's the restart? Stuck in the middle, stuck in the fight. Common sense flickers like a dim street light. Woke to the left, holy to the right. Josh and Eli breaking through the night. Breaking through the night. Rough and ready, time and tide. Mad and metal working side by side. No pleasure, pistons fire, engines roar. Automation better than before. No science, circus wired, pull and run. Artificially they get things done. No measure, meeting targets, budget's done. Productivity is on the run. Come the time when we've all...
I don't know.
Howdy
I don't
ho,
know.
neighborino.
Howdy ho.
There we go.
Can you hear me,
and
sir?
I can hear you.
You can hear me.
Fantastic. All right, that's a great start, by the way.
That is fantastic.
Well-
I gotta do something. Let me do this. Go ahead.
You
go
gotta
ahead.
do something, everybody.
Tell
You
the
gotta
people
do something.
hello. Tell them how we've been doing. How the hell have you been doing while I pull up the thumbnail so they don't just see stuck in the middle.
Shout out Seafowls, Riddle Drid. Welcome to another edition of Stuck in the Middle. We've got quite a cavalcade of chaos today. one specifically. I didn't mean to cheat and say I have any preference. One that's just so crazy, you gotta hear it to believe it. But welcome to another show as we go.
That was a big word, cavalcade. You really threw me off there. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move. I don't know how to zig and zag from here. It's been a hell of a day. I hope everyone has been having themselves a fantastic Friday. It's been an interesting Friday on our side of things over here in North Central Florida. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we won't. We do have a lot of stuff to go over, as Eli has pointed out. A really big thing I would like to point out, I think, is this double standard going on as far as depending on who's in front of the vehicle, it depends on who's is at fault. So we'll go ahead and figure that out.
Yeah,
one car at a time.
Point out, all right, to anybody that has a little fatigue regarding the be good, it is that just merely pointing out to me something very simplistic, that there is a very simple, obvious double standard appears to be, I guess, a little offensive to some people. So I'm very eager to dig into that.
And, like, there's definitely got to be something here as far as wanting to fatigue people, because, like, it is. Talking about Minnesota, it is fatiguing. Like, going over all the new stuff that keeps coming out all the time is fatiguing. We're trying to cover the stuff as it comes out. We are stuck in the middle. We try to do a little political irreverence. But, yeah, it is what it is. But I have not heard this point be pointed out without to not be redundant. I have not heard this point be pointed out. We shall point that point out. A rifle got stolen, a car got broken into, some Karens do some more crazy stuff, harassing a guy who has a vehicle that looks like an ICE vehicle, and they demand him to take everything out or show him what's in the trunk. What's in the trunk, man? Let me see what's in the trunk. So
wait. Okay, Karens of authority. They have a badge.
They do. Yeah. I am Sheriff Karen. Sheriff Karen here. All that. So Minneapolis fun. After that, we will get into some insurrection talk, and we will finish off this fine show with the new Candace Owens comedy special, Candace Owens Comedy Hour. Brand new one coming out. You guys are gonna like some of these bits that she's been laying down on everybody. Maybe we'll finish out with a viral video or two, but all that and more on tonight's episode of Stuck in the Middle. So thank you for coming in and hanging out with us tonight.
A very formal challenge to any and all people, whether you're watching right now, bushwhacking, bush watching, pocket watching, or even replay gang sometime in the future. Everything that Candace Owens has said, and we are saving this for later, I would love, if you are still supporting, to reach out and please explain it to me in a way I can understand. That's all.
Yep. Hey, do you mind tilting your camera down?
Down?
Smidge? Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, your head
Real
goes
Drid
down?
said, is there anything but insanity anywhere anymore? And in driver's ed, I was taught that the pedestrian always has the right of way.
Unless that pedestrian is a federal agent. No, I'm sorry. Tilt your camera up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we want your head to come down. Like, really need you to zoom out realistically. But hey, we're here right now. Now you are literally a talking head. We have the number above. The phone lines will be open. They're off right now. The number is up there. So when we do say, hey, call in, I'll turn the lines on. If you feel so inclined to call in, you may call in, but the number is up there. Yeah. F&A, Cotton, let's get into it, right?
Amen. Steve Al's rightfully pointing out, Karens own everything, don't you know? I guess that's where we're really going to put the Karens' feet to the fire, because I think they have overextended. If there was ever a line for a Karen to cross to be called out on, by George, I think we found one.
They might have almost been inadvertently set up too, you know, like this strong, independent woman, don't have children. I forgot who pointed it out, but like now you have like all these 40-year-olds out there who aren't mothers, but they have this motherhood instinct. So they're like, illegal immigrants, I must save thee and be thee's mother. Ooh, you know, so that's a vibe. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that take out there. I'm not against it.
It is a bit of psychology that would at least add some form of explanation to the, you know, the typical white Karen mob that just always wants to virtue signal and take care of everything, or at least look like they're taking care of everything. Base Carol, real life theater sports every day in this country, outside this country, on a global scale. Amen to that.
Amen. Amen. Do you want to hear about what happened up here before we get into this thing, or just want to get into this thing? Just the whole work situation. I feel like it's maybe not that important, but it is wild. But maybe we just skip it. Should we just skip it?
We could save it.
We can save it. Save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
All right. So,
unlike his life, heyo, wasn't saved.
Yeah.
This
never
is a
too
take.
soon with you.
Nope, it isn't. Like all day at work today, I was like, that wasn't on my 2026 bingo card. You know, this gentleman's name. I'm just gonna give the first name, Will, and I said, where there's a will, there's a way. I said, well, there's no more will, so there's no more way.
Oh, I'm guessing you just gave his first.
I said, yeah, that's all I'm going to give the first name away. That's it.
Thank goodness. Well, we've alluded to it.
And I've worked at this guy's house. So it's just like dealing, like, I'm curious, as far as those who have dealt with loss, tragedy, people dying, when it's not, I guess it doesn't matter if it's your family member or somebody an acquaintance. Like, how do you handle death? Like the way I handle death, unfortunately, or fortunately for myself, unfortunately for those around me, is with dark humor. So I always say, like, inappropriate things, maybe too fast. I try to make a joke. Like, maybe I can't handle death. Maybe I'm too comfortable with death. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But how do you handle death, Eli?
Well, my opinion of how you handle it, and of course, remember, I could be wrong. I think it can be a means of you perhaps hiding from the actual weight of the tragedy in and of itself, or it's a way for you to process it.
I think it's both, right? Could be both. Huh? Could be both.
Could be that, and a lot of everything. And yes, ripping the Band-Aid off. What's up, Hugh? Welcome, brother. There was somebody that Josh has known that passed on under, this is pretty much some of the worst circumstances. There's a lot of things you could think about. This is one of those specific things that just, there's no good take. It's awful. It's tragic. Yeah. How I take lost death, it hits me pretty hard. It always gets me emotional.
But even if it's somebody that you weren't like necessarily like close with, but like you saw in like a working relationship, it would hit you hard.
I mean, death never seems to fail in hitting me hard to some degree, because I always, and this is something you eloquently pointed out to me years ago, it's amazing how much we often can make it about ourselves. So I always start reflecting about how fleeting time is.
Like, that's funny you bring that up, because I was even hesitant to post the article because he was a well-known guy up here, and it's like, prominent financial guy passes away. And like, I wanted to share the article, but what I didn't want was people telling me, I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't want to. So like, I was like, I'm not even going to share it. I'm not even like it. Like, that's the weird thing that I have. Like, I'm not trying to get brownie points for myself, but I kind of want to honor somebody as well. So maybe I just got to take myself out of the equation and just do what I feel is right. Just, okay, here, I'm just honoring somebody. It's not about me, but hey, this was a good guy. Some crazy shit was going on in his life. We'll find out later whether, this is true or not. I feel like it's going to end up being like this Bud Dwyer type situation where all this crime was coming down on his hands, and he kind of felt there was no way out other to Bud Dwyer himself. But what did we find out about 4 years ago? Bud Dwyer was completely innocent.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like there could be something like that going on here, but that was like, my work day got cut early because of that. So, like, I had like 7 hours just to come to the podcast room and twiddle my thumbs. And
without using the YouTube Voldemort word, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and, tell the people what happened to the individual you knew.
Well, we're not sure. But there was an article saying police responded to his residence, his home, unfortunately, which we've done a lot of remodeling work there. We were just there a month or so ago fixing up his back gate. Very cool guy. We were about to do a big remodel job for his actual office space. He wanted to put in a fucking gym. Like, it was big visions.
Was he a father? Family man?
Yes, he was. He was a father of 3. wife was a very nice lady, is a very nice lady. But so, did some internet sleuthing because there's not a lot of information at first, right? So you just kind of type in dude's name, you say dude's name, deceased. So a few articles come up, but then I get a few Reddit, a few Reddit pages. I'm not going to name the pages. I was about to, but a few Reddit pages come up, and there are a few people saying in these groups related to this area, they're like, yeah, I was working on this man's street. I couldn't get down the street. Cops were kind of all blocking it off. And I guess you can tune into like police radio, police dispatch, stuff like that. And so people were doing that in the area. And I guess as far as what I'm hearing, people were reporting, police were responding to a sewer slide.
A self-inflicted unalive.
Well, we don't know. We don't know how. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But that's the
every
that's
time I hear self-inflicted, I think of like, but yeah.
So, regardless of what it ends up being, rest in peace to the gentleman, to the family, my prayers. And yeah,
here's the
every
kicker.
day is wild. Just think about how much chaos happens in our lives individually, and then just take a big old magnifying glass and look at everything around us, hence this very episode. So from that too.
Here's the kicker real quick, just to kind of put a cherry on that whole thing, just put a bow on that whole topic. So when we got the news, we kind of got the news secondhand from the electrician who showed up. He's like, yo, dude just sent me this article. Look, it's him. He passed away. We're like, what the fuck? So, like my dad was like, I lost all fucking motivation to work. I'm out. Granted, he may be partying a little hardy Thursday night and have found a nice excuse, but he was very cordial with this guy all the time. Like they were very close with the wife. So it did hit him hard. But what's ironic, tomorrow, January 17th, what's 94? So 94, 2004, 2014, 2024. Tomorrow, 32 years, my dad lives here and his brother, my uncle, live here. 32 years ago tomorrow will be the anniversary that their brother, my uncle, committed suicide.
Did this? Wow.
So that might play a little bit into some things too, as well as kind of why I kind of bummed out the whole entire day. I don't even know if they know that or they realize that, but it's like fucking January and September. Don't be around us, all right? Just fucking steer clear of me and my family during those 2 months.
Oh, I learned. That's why I fully supported when you moved from this area. Oh, and just since we're on the topic, that's right. The individual, the creator of Dilbert, he died of cancer, I think. What was it, today, yesterday, something like that?
Yeah, a few days ago. Yep, Scott Adams passed away. People just being horrible about his passing because he was a conservative, obviously. They were like, burn in hell. I saw our mutuals say horrible shit about that guy on social media. Yeah, well,
jeez. Well, why? No shock.
No shock.
Gallows humor. No, it suck, and maybe I don't know. Tie into the Stuck in the Middle universe. Remember when we watched the New Year's smoking deaths? If he was the one.
New Year's. Okay, no, I don't. Talk at me.
When we played everybody celebrates, the deaths of smoking or cancer or whatever, it goes down to 0.
Oh, yes.
And then it's that one. Maybe he was that one.
Son of a bitch. You could be right.
So, all right. I'm going to jump through the glass here and say, first off, welcome one and all. Welcome everybody to Stuck in the Middle. This is where you don't have to agree. We accept everybody's challenge. Say what you want, say what you feel, and feel free to please hit that like button, subscribe if you have yet to, or just keep on engaging. We thrive off of that. Now, what do we got, my friend?
We would almost prefer if you don't agree, right? That way you call in and you be engaged. So we have right now, I'm going to propose to you the hypocrisy in this protest thing. Before I set that up, allow me to make a poll in the chat, if you don't mind. And the first time while I'm doing this, maybe you can give just an idea of how you felt the first time I brought this idea across your worldview. When I said, hey, there's a hypocrisy going on here that I don't think a lot of people have pointed out or really hit the nail on the head yet. And it took a second, but once you kind of heard me explain it, you're like, that kind of makes sense. And while you give your take on that real quick before we get into it, I'm going to do a little chat in the YouTube here, a little poll.
All right, so very basically, guys, like there's often many things that happen in all of our respective lives. All right, big events, whatever the case, and we just see them because they're so polarizing, and often we don't have the common sense simplistic takes, the so-called status quo, where what we typically would all think, because we're just pulled up into the hyperbole of everything. So when Josh suggested applying something that is normally applied to everybody, you, me, your brother, your mother, your sister, everybody on this planet, I was like, wow, what an oversight. And this is a huge case that everybody's talking about right now. Why hasn't it been applied to this specific case?
Very true. So rules for thee, but not for me is the vibe I kind of get from this whole thing. And let's just start off like this. If you're a protester blocking traffic, who is in front of the car? A protester. The moral framing here for the car moving forward on the protester blocking traffic is the motorist is reckless and or violent. The motorist is at fault. The protesters should be doing what they're doing. The motorist is at fault. On the other side of things, on the right-hand side of things, or when the left feels so inclined to drop that opinion, then they take up, if it's a federal agent blocking the car, for instance, an ICE agent blocking the vehicle, their moral framing on this one is the agent is reckless and or poorly trained. Same situation, same vehicle, different judgment call. Rules for thee, but not for me. Like there's no consistency. I'm not sure if that's been brought up. How do you feel about that?
Just hello, Johnny's here saying thank you, ICE. Well, I don't care if I sound cold-blooded when it comes to this. I feel, all right, first off, it is like a mind hack that we don't feel this week, that we didn't apply this same thinking. So I'm sorry if I missed some of the explanation. I'm assuming it's the same thing that you already proposed. You said, what about the driver or the ICE agent, what, being in the front? What was the anecdote?
Yeah, just so the general idea here is, if you're somebody that I like and you're in front of the car, you're in the right. If you're somebody that I don't like who's in front of the car, you're in the wrong. The same concept applies. If you're somebody that I like but you're driving the car, you're in the right. If you're somebody who I don't like and you're driving the car, you're in the wrong. And that's the general vibe that I keep getting from this, and that I keep seeing out here, that I haven't seen anybody kind of make a good argument against and for as to why this is the case.
So yeah, that is the question. To me, it was, I don't know, I did find it kind of compelling. It's common sense. I'm curious if people do understand
we
spelling out.
We consistently hear all the time that drivers shouldn't endanger protesters by driving through blockades, right? All the time. They shouldn't do that. But when federal agents are criticized for standing in front of a vehicle, okay, and a protester is killed, the conversation pivots to why the agent didn't follow procedure or whether they should have been there at all. It's not a principled stance on vehicles and danger. It's two different moral frameworks at play depending on who they feel is in harm's way.
Right. See,
Simple.
Normally I would hear this story, forgetting everybody's role in it, and just be like, why did that bitch rev the engine? And why did she go forward and hit the guy? That's usually, I think, the stance. It's a damn shame that it's gotten as crazy as it has, to the point where people are wearing shirts, and there's a whole argument within a certain two demographics, like we're appropriating something, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, to me, this sums it up in a way that makes it very simple. Be good, was bad. She was in the wrong, and that's the end of the fucking story. There's nothing to dissect.
Yeah, or if you're on the left and you have people who are protesting and somebody runs them over, well, the people in front of the car, they were at fault. They shouldn't have been there. I pick something and be consistent with it. Then to me you'll have more credibility. But I don't care whether you think she was right or wrong. All I care about is your consistency. That's really it. Then we could actually have an argument. But you're over here on this one, you're over here on that one. It's like, well, which one do I argue? Because they're both contradictory to themselves. It's P and not P at the same time. Make it make sense, and they won't.
It makes it a bad look for everybody that gets involved in the argument without looking at this just simple fact. That's always the case, except when it's highly politicized or where we have sides involved.
Do we annoying poll, but I just want to test the waters here.
No reply. Good to see you, bro.
Think
Welcome,
that
bro.
the shooting was justified?
Oh no, we did that poll.
I'm gonna do it again
Everybody...
because we're gonna go ahead and kind of keep this train moving. As far as two new things that came out, Carolyn Levitt and the reporter clash. And I think this kind of makes the Trump administration look bad. I don't think it plays well for them because a lot of people on the right have a similar position that this leftist reporter has. And then we'll get into a clip of Dave Smith, I think, really giving a good overview on this whole thing as somebody who maybe comes from more of an independent stance. And
okay, so we're about to hold Trump critical to, like, we're gonna be critical of something Trump did. Eat that, you fucking everybody that thinks we're either one way or the other.
Something his administration did for sure. Make sure I can find it. It's somewhere down here. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
And I'm sticking by. My vote is yes, absolutely justified. Anybody that hit no, I would be very interested. We would be interested in hearing your take if you have the energy. Because, again, we mentioned fatigue. I think America as a whole, all of us, everywhere, we have fatigue of so many different things right now in this world, this day and age. We're tired of everything.
It is just a big topic that seems to keep evolving. New things keep seeming to be added to this whole thing. So it's hard not to try to want to keep an eye on it if you're trying to play current events and kind of keep up with what's going on, because it does seem to be taking over everything, just like culture in general, like the whole ICE thing, the whole ICE shooting, illegal immigrants. This is all
conveniently always within the backdrop. There's much more, arguably larger things at play. Here's a very simplistic take that I appreciate. Thank you, Hugh. Protesters blocking agents is illegal. Agents blocking vehicles from fleeing arrest is illegal.
Let me take this time real quick. If you haven't yet, please give this video a like. If you can, give it a share on any of your social medias. Throw this link out there. It does us a world of good. We appreciate you. If you're having a great time, do that for us. And we keep on keeping on. This is Carolyn Levitt battling. I guess he's British. I had no idea this dude was British. I had no idea that we had like straight up British reporters in America. Who knew, right? So check this out.
Bring it on.
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed?
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed? That was a question. She's actually, the press secretary is actually asking the reporter a question. He's kind of taken aback. He's like, "Oh, you're asking me."
Why was,
They
Renee
framed
Good
it that way,
unfortunately-
like, by God.
Well, I don't care about the framing. I care about how she responds to his answer.
Okay, intrigued.
Yes.
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed?
Are you asking me my
Yeah.
opinion? Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed her unjustifiably.
Oh,
Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed her unjustifiably.
Okay, completely wrong in my opinion. I think my opinion is maybe the majority. It doesn't matter, though.
I'll say
stand by
this.
it.
I'll say this. Acted recklessly, maybe. Unjustifiably, I don't believe so.
I don't know. When I
Like imagine if somebody just let's pretend the car is a gun for 1 second, right? Her flooring the car is her shooting the gun. I'm shooting at you, but then I go ahead and I turn the bullets the other way. In that moment, when those first initial shots are being fired at you, what else are you to think in that moment than it's coming towards you? I got to take this threat out.
That and I mean, I don't think anybody would hold me at fault for adding the context. I know we're not supposed to bear it in mind if we were a jury that this dude went through this same experience, only he didn't fire last time and was dragged 300 damn feet and almost lost his life then.
Which you kind of got to ask yourself, maybe he shouldn't have been on duty 6 months later. Maybe he should have still had some type of leave, but maybe they're that understaffed because all the negativity towards ICE, nobody wants to apply for this job. You know, like, I mean, PTSD is a real thing, bro. Like, you almost get your life taken. I don't know if 6 months is an appropriate amount of time for you to be like, all right, I'm all good now if something similar happens.
I got an exclusive for you, and if I've said it before, I'm assuming you forgot. Say, everybody, guess what? When I went to a job fair before I got the job I currently have, ICE was there. Guess what? Again, they offered me a job, and I was reluctant for my own personal reasons. None of which is the danger.
How long ago was this?
4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
listen, I'm not being shitty here. We are close to middle age. They didn't care about like your age. That was fine.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
No. I think I was asking, like, you know, what's the cutoff? Shit, man. If I get fact checked, so be it. But my age was not a concern.
Wow.
I think don't quote me. I think you can be maybe 50, but what I think I really recall is that he said no, the cutoff's like 45. Who knows? I don't know, and maybe things have changed. But ultimately, for my own reasons, I didn't take it. But damn, did they make it tempting? Spelling out all the benefits.
What did they offer?
Sign-on bonus, bro.
What was it?
$1,000
for the yearly pay?
for a sign-on
For
bonus.
the sign-on bonus.
Yes.
What's the
$50K?
What's the recruiter's number?
Yeah. I still have the folder with all the shit I got from there. Yeah. Tell me about
Do
it.
I got to stay for a certain amount of time? Can I get the signing bonus and then bounce 6 months in, or what's the deal here?
Oh yeah, no. They got something that you do have to, I think, stay for at least a year.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't, again.
All right.
Yeah.
On to Carolyn Levitt. We'll get back to this. So she asked him, what does he think happened? He said he thinks the shooting was unjustifiably done and recklessly done. And here's Carolyn Levitt's response.
Fortunately,
right.
tragically killed.
Are you asking me my
Yeah.
opinion? Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed it unjustifiably.
Oh, okay. So you're a biased reporter with a left-wing opinion.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, because you're a left-wing hack. You're not a reporter. You're posing in this room as a journalist, and it's so clear by the premise of your question. And you and the people.
There's like, I guess what I don't like about it is there's just like, it is a form of just ad hominem. He's like, this is what he thinks. You asked me my opinion. I'm telling you what it is. And because I see it this way, I'm a hack. I know there's a lot of people.
Who's the one that asked the question with that whole, the tragic blah, blah, blah?
Well, she did. She asked him the question, like, what does he think happened?
All right. Damn,
And
okay.
he gives his opinion. She can say, I don't like her opinion. I don't like your opinion, but here are the facts. Like, this is why it was justified. This is why it wasn't reckless. But she's like, no, you're a left-wing hack. It's like, well, there are people who deem themselves independent. There are people who deem themselves a little more right-leaning who look at this and they think the same thing. I don't think they think themselves as to be left-wing hacks. So I think this goes against, this kind of hurts their, campaign here, their administration vibes, if I will.
I'm going to say something that I think I may regret, everybody.
Okay. That wouldn't be a first time.
No, not. Oh, not at all.
Won't be the last.
This take is brought to you by Nick Fuentes, who is an individual I am trying my best to go down the rabbit hole and understand this son of a bitch, because I'm having my own trouble. But this take is his rhetoric, him seeing this, if he played it on his stream, would be like, she's based. That was a base thing to do. Take no prisoners. You say whatever you got to say. You set him up for the position that he's got to be in so we look good. She represents Trump. She represents America. And you know what? Fuck the libs. We need to own them in every space, in all the spaces. So let that be a lesson, libs. That's
if you want, if you
I'm
want, I can
understanding
pull
his
it up.
persona.
If you want, I can pull up Nick Fuentes' take on this whole thing before we finish the Carolyn Levitt thing and get to Dave Smith's take. I do have that.
He has a take. Oh, yeah, man.
I don't think it's the one we got to be careful of.
Well, remember, I wrote the a big warning. Do not play this part or this part.
This isn't the one.
I found another channel where I have access to a bunch of made safe for YouTube Fuentes stuff for a future reference.
Okay, heard. All right, so here's your boy's take on Renee Good.
My boy.
This is a 5-minute and 58-second clip, so I'm not sure exactly. I think it happens towards the beginning, so we don't got to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, either way, this to me is like the bat signal for that guy Julian.
Yeah, careful. We got the phone number up. He'll see it. He'll call in.
Yeah, I know. All right.
On that. That's hilarious. George Floyd, 1 month sniz free. You lick sniz. Dude, George Floyd licks sniz. Pass it on, dude. Hey, George Floyd licks sniz. Pass it on.
He's really
tell your friends.
He's really tickled by his joke.
George Floyd licks sniz.
He loves this. He loves himself,
dude,
and people love him for that. Normally people are critical of narcissism. It's falling into style because of just this, kind of femboy who, tries to come off pretty damn masculine, I guess. But believe it or not, White Dragon, respectively, an OG of my channel, asked me if I'm on the fence or what. Is stuck in the middle on the fence.
About what?
Not quite.
About Nick or about the shooting?
Huh?
On the fence about what? What's the
about Nick Fuentes as a whole. So I'm just saying, not quite, but I am going to do my due diligence. So anyway, let's hear femboy based God here.
George Floyd licks sniz. Pass it on.
No,
tell your friends. George Floyd licks sniz. How can you, dude? Anyone that is sympathetic about that, fuck you. No offense. I saw Tucker. Tucker was like, whatever you believe, it's a tragedy. Dude, it so isn't. She was probably the dumbest bitch you ever met. Look at her face. Look at her stupid fucking pumpkin-headed bitch face. We've all seen that face at like a parent-teacher conference, at a grocery store. She's like a prototypical bitch Karen. She's got the nose ring, the short hair, totally fat. Her eyes are crazy. She's a lesbian. And people go, this is a
what
tragedy.
Does that have to do with anything?
What? For who? No, I'm sorry. There's nothing tragic about that. We're better off,
See, pause. All right. So,
I mean, that's pretty much his take right there.
That she's just a big fat poo-poo head liberal who I think, as I'm trying to understand him, too much to my chagrin sometimes, is that we acknowledge who the enemy is and point out everything that is that I suppose helps the narrative for us and come out looking as strong as possible on the other side. And my only fear, and maybe this makes me a soy jack, like one of the Fuentes cult members fucking came at me and said, is it looks like he wants to sacrifice any symbolism of empathy or compassion. in the name of the great America imperialist. And I don't think America is an imperialist country. I mean, we do our fair share here and there to do things that we have to do for us. America first, baby. But this man's version of America first is, fuck you, we're taking your shit and you're going to like it or you're going to be destroyed.
Might makes right. Might makes right.
Yeah, might makes right. That is, there's no other simple term that I think illustrates exactly what he is about.
True. Let's keep going with this.
Posing in this room as a journalist, and it's so clear by the premise of your question. And you and the people in the media who have such biases but fake like you're a journalist, you shouldn't even be sitting in that seat. But you're pretending like you're a journalist, but you're a left-wing activist. And the question that you just raised and your answer proves your bias. You should be reporting on the facts. You should be reporting on the cases. Do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country?
To be fair, what does that have to do with his opinion on what he thinks of the Renee Good situation?
Can I cosplay as Fuentes for this?
Go ahead.
Okay.
What do you got?
Fucking based. Exactly. Okay. It doesn't matter that he didn't even ask the question. The fact that, excuse me, that the fact that she questioned that pumpkin-faced, bald bitch of a man right there. And he doesn't even know what to say. Look at him. Weak in the face of America, because that's who he's talking to right now, and he's shaking his boots. America is looking him in the eye and giving him the facts. Can't handle it. I say take him outside and be done with it.
Jesus, Nick, you're all over. You're really going hard today, man. Wow.
This is me soft, Josh.
Whoa.
You don't want to see me hard.
I don't want to hard Nick.
Then again, I don't know too much about you, Josh.
This fucking
you might be like that
bitch.
because you're on this show called Stuck in the Middle. We don't need a middle this day and age. In 2026, America? Are you kidding, Josh? Shit.
We don't really need this bitch here on the America First Network. Okay. She's a bitch. She's a lesbian bitch. Okay. And that's all she is. Okay. Jews be Jewing, and she's a bitch.
I'm glad you brought that up, Josh. Okay, where have the Jews been during this shooting? I guarantee you this has been a psyop the entire time. There's been a psyop to take our eyes off of the Jewish establishment.
Off the Jews.
The Hasidic tunnels.
Man, we could start our own Nick Fuentes show. We're doing pretty good here. It's not too shabby. What I don't like is, in this instance, are we just supposed to... I'm not saying I don't necessarily believe the narrative, but I'm also saying, like, what's wrong with pushback? All of a sudden, pushback is like, oh, you're a hack. You know, like...
Yeah, no.
The video is, like, if you watch it, there is... Because it is so far away, because it is so grainy, it does leave room for interpretation. If it was clear, as a lot of people say it is, I don't think there'd be that much confusion over it. Granted, you know, you see the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there's a lot of confusion over that, so I really don't know, but I'm just trying to give him a little credence here. Just like it's okay for him to push back, but she just kind of jumps down his throat. He's a left-wing hack. He's this, he's that. He just kind of, I don't want to say keeping you in check, but he's just kind of inadvertently making sure you don't run off with one side that's so far on you know, one narrative that's so far on one side, rather.
Yeah, no. Keeping some form of a check and balance and recognizing when somebody, whether they be on your side or not, it's important, you know, to say what you feel when it's wrong. Or, yeah, ultimately, I think the common sense view and approach is that this was a bad faith, sound bite. That's what she had in mind, I think, when she incited this entire thing. And I don't know much about the journalist, but he's just a victim. He's just the face to be on the other end. Shout out to Sheep Steer. Welcome to your, I guess, first show we're okay with you not giving a fuck what happens in America just as much as we maybe not don't give a fuck about what's happening in your country. Depends. You got oil?
Where's sheep steer from?
I don't know. Let us know. Let us know.
Where are you from, sheep steer?
He's all over the place. I don't know if he's probably talking to people in the chat and beefing, but I just figured I'd give him attention because I think he'd like it.
Don't be beefing, sheep. All right, let's just go ahead and finish this real quick. There's
Yeah, for sure.
Cases, do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country? I bet you don't. I bet you didn't even read up on those stories. I bet you never even read about Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungray or all of the innocent Americans who were killed at the hands of illegal aliens in this country. And the brave men and women of ICE are doing everything in their power to remove those heinous individuals.
But what does that again have to do with the shooting of Renee Good? You know what I mean? Like it is like it's a non sequitur. It has nothing to do with what he just said. You're just kind of answering something else that he didn't bring up. He just said he didn't think it was justified. Like, let's just say, for conversation's sake, let's just say it wasn't. She didn't hit him, but he still shot her. But because other people have died from illegal immigrants, it's okay that ICE did it this time. You know what I mean? Like, is that the argument she's trying to make? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
No, I cannot articulate something to make any of this make sense. I'm convinced that she knows what she's doing.
Let me try to make a different analogy. Like, you're Jewish, right? A cop.
No.
You're in a car. All right. You're trying to get out of the way. Like, you're trying to, a cop pulls you over. You're trying to flee. You floor it. You're not trying to hit him, but you accidentally hit him. He opens fire on you. He kills you, right? But then a bunch of people come out and they say, but Jews are dying everywhere. What does that?
Right.
What does that have to do with what happened here, though? Does it? It's like, so, like, yes, maybe it is true. Illegal immigrants are doing heinous things around Minnesota, Minneapolis. But what does that have to do with this specific incident? It doesn't give the officer right to kind of like, I'm getting revenge for all the dumb shit illegal immigrants have done. So I'm going to take it out on this girl, this lady. Like, her argument sucks is all I'm trying to say. Sucks.
Yeah, no, I pinned it, and this is an attack of opportunity, and she's sucking it up for all it's worth.
Oh,
I may support the side that she represents, but we can still call it out, and that's important.
And let's get to the Dave Smith clip real quick, and then I'll put a little bow on this whole segment, and we shall move on.
Mr. Sheep claims to be from Australia. All right, so don't catch anything down under. And Chris Newton.
I thought that was a very thoughtful.
I think Chris Newton is a little confused. Yeah, we all said it was justified, just in case you maybe came in at a weird time or watched the wrong show. But anyway,
and we're even making a comparison to a federal officer being hit by a car and then protesters being hit by motorists and pointing out the double standard there. And again, before we move on, I'll wrap that whole thing up. I'll put a little bow on that before we move on. But here's Dave Smith. Here's his take on the whole thing. And I do think it's important. It's an important point of view. Maybe you may not agree with it, but I think his take on here does make sense. If you're being honest with yourself and with what's going on, I think it does make sense, and we'll play a little juxtaposition to this.
And I think I agreed with all of that. I mean, look, like, this is a really tragic thing that happened. I don't think she was trying to run over the officer. It seemed to me that she was trying to peel out of there, and he got spooked and he shot her. And look, however you feel about this morally, the fact is that in the United States of America and just about every other government, if law enforcement has you there and telling you, you just can't peel out. I mean, it's just a really unwise move to try to drive your car away. And again, you can feel about that however you want to, much like the Iranians shooting rioters who they think are going to topple the government. Like, any government's going to shoot rioters that are trying to topple that government, including ours. And however you feel about it, that's the way states work. I do think there's like a broader thing that I would really think that Trump supporters, right-wingers in this country might want to think about. And I say this as someone who's I'm a real immigration restrictionist. I mean, to me, that I don't think everyone in the world has a right to enter the United States of America. I think that the American people have a right to take in whoever we want or whoever we don't want, in the same way that I have a right to, have whoever I want at my house for any reason that I choose to. And so anybody who's here illegally, I think we have a right to remove them. But I do think you got to start to ask some real questions about what type of juice we're getting for this type of squeeze, and real questions of what we're doing to our own neighborhoods here. I mean, you really do have a situation, as Coleman kind of outlined, where like masked federal agents are kind of acting like thugs, pulling out guns in suburban neighborhoods in front of, and for all of this, for this big show of force that is such a provocation of the radical left in this country and getting them out on the streets. You know, I've seen the Trump administration says 10 million illegals came in under Joe Biden. I've seen estimates that are north of 30 million illegals totally in the country. And for all of this, we're talking about getting like a couple 100,000 of them. So in other words, we're not even making a dent on the real problem. And yet we are like, you know, doing something where more incidents like this are more and more likely. And I got to say, and I appreciate even that Michael said, like, there's a tragic thing, but I'm sure he saw too, some of like the ghoulish, response from so many right-wingers like on Twitter and stuff celebrating.
And you know what? It reminded me. And you know what, Dave? It reminded me.
Brief pause.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much where it ends anyways.
Oh, okay. All right. That was his take. All right. 110 solutions. I want to read this comment because I have something specifically to respond. All right. The ICE agent's hip was not touched by the car. He pushed off from the car, didn't even hit his body. But isn't it funny that our government doesn't want to present transparent? 110 solutions, sir, with all due respect, because this is a channel and a chat and an area that we're always going to invite everybody to say whatever the fuck they want. Essentially, you are completely unequivocally wrong, from fact to science to from this reality to that, even in the fucking upside down. Have you seen every single angle?
Well, not just that. I don't know if you heard the news that came out, and you take this for what it is, okay? But the ICE agent who shot Renee Good suffered internal bleeding, the officials say. So now, granted, a contusion, internal bleeding, it could mean simply a bruise, right? It could mean just a bruise.
Sure.
But this does indicate he was struck by the vehicle. So
right, yeah,
he did go to the hospital for internal bleeding. So I'm trying to counter what 110 Solutions is saying. Like, he wasn't struck, but he did go to the hospital for internal bleeding. So take that.
Yeah, and look, we saw it with our own eyes. We heard it with our own ears. I mean, he got hit. It sounded like the wind got knocked out of him for a spell there. And yeah, like, I don't even want to go through this fucking debate again. So yeah, you know, we all know where we stand. And if at this point you have your own opinion, then nobody else is going to change it.
That's for dang sure. All right, so that's the Dave Smith clip. That's where he pretty much finishes that up. I had one more thing to play, and now I can't find it. Oh, yeah, just a nice bow on the whole hypocrisy thing here, all right? I kind of wrote this out. Go with me. Let me go ahead and pull this back up. I'm going to pull up that.
While you do that, Book Girl said, internal bleeding, LOL, released medical records. I doubt he has a bruise unless self-inflicted. Yeah, I'm not going to doubt that. I have doubt in the claim of internal bleeding. I absolutely do. I need some clarification. But that being said, he did get hit.
Yeah. So whatever. So a thing that popped in my head that left likes to say is like, oh, he shouldn't have been in front of the SUV / it's not proper procedure. But when protesters get hit by cars, they don't have the same opinion. When a motorist creeps forward through a protest blockade, protesters and left-leaning commentators almost universally say they shouldn't have tried to push through people. A car is a deadly weapon. You don't get to drive into crowds. Intent doesn't matter. You endangered lives. But when the person standing in front of the car is an ICE agent, suddenly that script flips. Why was he standing there? That's improper procedure. He put himself in harm's way. He shouldn't have escalated. Same physical reality, same risk mechanics involved, a car pushing forward, completely different moral standard. So that's that. That's that. Thoughts, opinions, let us know in the comments.
Therein just lies the obvious problem. We've been painting this picture since we started, and I think it's pretty damn firm.
Yeah.
If anybody has opinions counter to it, agree, disagree, feel free to let it be known.
Let it be, let it be. We'll get into some general nonsense now that's still going on in Minnesota. We got a bunch of fun stuff to get into. First and foremost, I'd like to know from the audience if they think this is protest or not. Let me go ahead and find my question that I can pose as a poll while I pull this article up. Did you see the video of the protesters breaking in to the ICE agent's vehicle
not
and
at all.
stealing all that shit?
I had a friend sending me pictures. To me, this is comment of the day, or of the night, even though it's a little early. C1, I believe we've seen you in here before, and welcome back, by the by. Mike, God bless you, brother. It's good to see you again. All right, so C1 says, and this, I think, all of us as American, as human beings, I think we can all agree that this is a good move. I feel much better mentally after unfollowing all news and blocking political content. This stuff is brain rot. Just gets me too annoyed being able to do nothing. I think one day I wish there was like something to the equivalent of a holiday where maybe I don't know, if it's probably impossible. Like, hey, here's 2 days where we all just block the shit out. All the work gets done. The politicians gonna do their politicking, but we all just could, I don't know, focus on our lives.
No, never.
Wild idea.
That is pretty wild. All right, hang on. I'm almost done with this poll. Oh my god.
And yes, solutions. I am a big advocate for transparency, especially regarding our government. Always have been. I'm not even one that usually ever trusts the official report. So at heart, I am an eternal skeptic. Damn near was a complete pessimist, but things have changed, and we are where we are for now.
All right, new poll in the chat. Go ahead and everyone start to vote. We're gonna go ahead and pull up this video. As we're saying, protesters, they broke into an ICE vehicle and they're like, you know what? Let's steal let's steal some guns. Okay, let's check this out. I think this kind of goes past protesting at this point, but
bro, I mean, you got 2 in there that I think are nearly like one and the same, like straight up felony, domestic terrorism, both, right?
Yeah, I'm just giving options. Maybe they are one and the same. Go ahead and go over here. Go ahead, full screen this bad boy. All right, and we're off. So all
right, this is fresh visuals for me. I've not seen it. I've just been hearing about it. Again, somebody's been taking pictures and sending them all to me. Let me see what this is about.
Heard. So they're already broken in at this point. They're breaking into the back part of the vehicle.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
There's some bullets.
Hey, that's a 47.
I don't know.
They're breaking into the ammunition part soon. Ammunition.
Tourniquet there. Did he get?
Hey, don't film that.
So I mean, at this point, this breaches protesting. This is beyond protesting. Like these are agitators there.
Yeah, there's not one fucking inkling of protesting. If anybody that's a part of this, this is felony. I mean, C-Files pointed out a distinction. What was it? If they use it, it's domestic terrorism. This is a straight up felony. I'm gonna go as far as doing this shit. You're the one or a part of the group that took the rifle and ammunition. You're a terrorist.
Yeah, I mean, how does this help your point? Like, how does this help your side? And I guess it goes to say, it's one of those old cliches that it's like the people there should be telling the people who are doing this bad shit to stop it. It's like, you're not going to see a conservative or somebody who's against ICE and they're not going to be able to go over there and reason with the people who are going beyond protesting. You almost have to be a protester and be like, yo, we got to call out our own on some bullshit. But I guarantee you, those people who are doing that are not their own. They're probably from outside the country. I mean, the county, outside the state.
Hey, also completely possible outside the country. You know, look, damn it. I'm aware of what I'm going to sound like at times, and so be it. I got to wear it, okay? I got to accept that I climbed this hill, and I'm standing on it. I have no doubt that there are people that are still here illegally that are so enraged. I mean, you'd think they want to stay off the radar, but we have statistics that prove how dumb and emboldened they have felt. It is possible that maybe one or two of them are illegal immigrants just doing this fuck shit because to them it's a war and they're behind enemy lines. You know, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, and as we as we've shown last week, I guess before we get into the Karen stuff, let's play this Black Panther thing because this kind of fits the whole vibe here. So not only do you have this, so this is going to tie into the whole insurrection topic later because you're seeing a lack of force from Minnesota themselves trying to stop this. They're kind of allowing this to go on. So both sides are escalating this. You know, ICE is perceivably being there, like that show of force, as Dave Smith pointed out, that kind of escalates thing, right or wrong. But then people like this who are going there, they escalate these things. So it's just like, who's going to be the one to, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It has to, right?
I mean, and it's literally making me sick, like on the inside, emotionally, psychologically, that's the case. Yes. Oh, and Finga Fines, I don't know who you are. You haven't made it clear who you are. If you knew me back in the day, hello? No, I don't live in that area where the school bus used to drop me off. But anyway, let's move on from that.
Here's a Black Panther reacting to some of these protests going on in Minnesota.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen.
Because it was low.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher, you meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
All right, if anybody out there that's maybe lost on where we are at this point in our lives, in our country, in the world, okay, it is clear as day. If I'm going to go ahead and broad stroke, I'm going to assume that they represent the left. I'm going to go ahead and make that wild assumption. This is how far it's going. I hate the doom, the soothsayer of just saying end times, and I don't believe any of that shit. And I'm tired of people saying civil war. But it's clear that there are people hungry for it, that are provocateurs and trying to push it. I go as far as believing with my tinfoil hat that it's being pushed so that at the end of the day, at some point, some form of legislation can be written that will benefit not us, the people. I hope for better for the country, but this is terrifying and disgusting to me, all the same. And what's up, Lou?
We have a new poll going up All right. Who do you think in these instances right now is more to blame as far as the escalation, the protesters, ICE, local leadership, and or the media? Hit us with that poll. Let us know what you think, how you feel. Let's see. We got another video. There's a lot of shit going on, man. There's a lot of shit going on as far as Minnesota shit. And unfortunately, it's a lot of the white women again. It's always what is going on? Like I'm almost torn going over them and talking about them, just kind of talking about America being shitheads to each other in general, because it does feel like there's a psyop going on from other countries where they're like, they want us to infight and tear each other apart. And I feel like I'm kind of part of that whole, like, look at what white liberal women are doing as opposed to trying to like help in a way. We're just pointing out where they're wrong. So I don't know if that's going to fix anything, but if at the very least, it's entertaining, right? Fuck it. You know, if America's going down, put my hands up like it's a roller coaster, son.
It's one of the most major problems with this day and age, and just the way that we've all evolved with the times, is that we seem to make everything about entertainment, regardless of the destruction it causes, regardless of the negativity that it will impart on all of us individually or as a whole. It's always it's turned into a generation of it's for the lulz. That's terrifying and disheartening. And yeah, the PSYOP thing, there's the infighting regarding this shit. You know, the left is infighting about all their insanity. And on the right, to me, all the prominent streamers have completely fractioned the right demographic. And now I have fear that maybe a Democrat will fucking win because they fucked things up so much.
That fear began when Candace Owens started this shit on Turning Point USA. You know, I should backtrack. That fear began after Charlie Kirk got assassinated, because that man was the glue that was holding the young conservative party together. Little did people know.
I have no doubt. Yeah, he was a linchpin that really kept things together to a degree that none of us could fathom. So, we had no idea. Pandora's box was ripped open, ripped to shreds, and here we are in absolutely chaotic times.
Here is more news channels pointing out what we've been saying. I feel like a lot of people are now hopping on. I'm not crediting us, but I didn't hear this for a while. So like it was more this underground vibe of like kind of people like wait a minute, it does seem like it's this whole kind of type of people, and now this idea got a lot more mainstream. Now Fox News is talking about it.
Watch the videos, Jessica. It's mostly women. Yep. You can't deny it's mostly women and crazy-looking women.
Where's Governor Ventura in these protests?
Hey, he's not the one putting his life on the line. It's mostly women, crazy-looking women, trans women, and then the guys are like the Trantifa guys.
Where's Mark Ruffalo in this?
With backpacks. Look at her. She's got a shaved head. Benny Johnson last night said on my show something very interesting theory. A lot of these women are single. And so you have this instinctive motherhood that's really not been able to be expressed. So they're trying to wrap their arms around the immigrant community and protect them. And it's very, very dangerous, Jessica. And sometimes women have to be protected whether they like it or not.
More people pointing that out. I hate to point it out, but hot damn.
I mean, it's hard to hear that and apply it to everything we see on a damn near daily basis. Hell, what was it? The very last live stream we did, guys, we played a clip of a white woman that converted to Islam and now streams as a Muslim, only to shake her finger, wag her finger at other hardcore Arabic Muslims and tell them, you can't keep on with this, hating gays, or you have to accept them. You can't be transphobic. We're in this world, and there's no shortage of these examples. There is something to it.
I would like to show, so we have one kind of serious one, and then two like more silly ones, okay? This one I thought was the most intriguing, simply because this gentleman chose to engage these ladies with their requests. So this guy, he's driving an SUV. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll make this full screen. He's driving an SUV, and I guess he's going through some type of protest there. There's some type of blockade. He has to stop. Everyone starts to come up and confront him because, hey, you look like you're driving the same kind of vehicle that ICE drives. How dare you, sir? Check out how this interaction goes. Ooh.
Here you go. There, like I said, I don't have to do this. I'm happy to do this.
Yeah.
That's all. We just got to stop this.
So he's got a lot of camera equipment. I think we can say this is
White woman.
Yeah, I'm not.
So they're like, okay, so he's got a lot of camera equipment. I think we're safe to say this isn't ICE. Like, he has a SUV because he's carrying around camera equipment. That's a lot of fucking shit to carry around, depending on how professional. Lights, sound, you know, he could be working for some type of news team. There's a lot of equipment. It's not just a tripod like you have in your hands.
Hey, look. I'm ICE now. I'm ICE. I have lights.
Oh,
I
shit.
have lights.
Careful. I thought you said you had lice. I was going to say shave your head more. You'll get rid of them.
No, that would make me an illegal immigrant.
Lice would?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I had no idea.
He's got a lot of camera equipment. I think we can say this isn't ICE.
Yeah, I'm not. I tried to tell him.
So notice she says that, and guess what? Now another Karen is gonna come up and be like, "Well, I'm not so sure. Let me see."
Let me delicately ask a question. I gotta be very sensitive to the nature of the topic here. Who are these bitches, and what authority do they have exactly?
White. They're WLWs.
WLWs. What the fuck?
White liberal women.
White liberal women.
Yep.
Oh, white liberal women.
Yeah,
That's their okay. So on their resume, that's what. So of course they have the right to
100%
interfere with anybody's life at any juncture, make any accusations, and demand to search them. Okay.
I mean, if anything, this is the best example of white privilege, right? Just acting like total dick cunts to police officers, people with guns. Again, we kind of talked about this last time. Whether the cop is in a right or a wrong, you don't poke somebody who has a gun if you're trying to be smart.
Did you say white privilege?
I did. I think this is the best example of that because you're not going to see a lot of all these videos are more so pointing out there's a type of person who goes above and beyond to really confront and get up in their faces like they have been recently, as far as this whole Minnesota thing has been going on.
We're talking about like white women.
I'm talking about white liberal women.
Oh, the PMS queens. Gotcha.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up. Don't worry, I got something for you on that one. I got to write that. PMS queen.
Thanks, Mike. I took it from him. What up, OT? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not. I tried to tell the First Lady, nobody believes me. That's all I can do is tell you.
Nobody believes me.
Listen, first of all, I don't have to do any of that, but I'm kind. I respect what you are doing. Yeah, no.
He respects what they're doing.
They're coming up again to ask him to open it again.
Were you here yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, he was here yesterday. I can testify.
Ready?
I didn't recognize him.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not
I can't hear you very well, Josh. Just saying.
No, okay. Like, just listen to this part. Like, she's like, "Were you here yesterday?" He's like, "Yes, I was here yesterday." And he goes, "Okay, well, I appreciate you for saying that." And listen to her cunty response.
No,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not here to help you.
No,
I think the fact that you're in a vehicle like this is just kind of...
With all due respect to everybody.
I think the fact that you're in a vehicle like this is bad. That, like, she's literally blaming him for the type of vehicle he's driving right now.
I'm not here to help you.
No,
I think the fact that you're in a vehicle like this is just
I get it. With all due respect to everybody.
What does he get? Why? Why is he conceding?
He's going to rent something else.
He said, "Well, you can go rent something else." He said, "With all due respect, I can't control the type of vehicle I have." And she said, "Well, yes, with all due respect, you can go rent something else."
Okay. I'm gonna say something.
That the
color,
caucasity.
filter. I'm gonna get canceled. Cancel me already and get it over with.
Let's do it.
This is where I am going to advocate for them equal rights. These white lib ladies.
You know what I call them?
About all the time.
I call them equal rights and equal lefts, my man.
Like, make it happen. I swear, if this guy would have just started swinging everywhere, and let me throw out that stupid disclaimer caveat: I don't support putting your hands on a woman, but by God, in this particular scenario here, I would start the GoFundMe myself and dedicate 6 years of my life to making sure this man was free and wealthy.
I will go with this old joke, okay? And maybe some old school, when Stuck first came back and there was a joke that was said that was like, you know, and like everyone got their anuses hurt because I said a joke. Well, I got a new one. Ready? Let's see how this one goes over. And I'm doing the whole thing again where I set it up and I tell you I have a joke. So careful. Don't laugh just in case, okay? Ready? La, 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 la. I will never hit a woman, but I will beat a bitch's ass.
I approve this message.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Amen.
He's a woman abuser. He beats women. No,
I could think about
said bitch's ass.
Yeah. Let's make that very clear. Yeah. And I think some of the very individuals I'm thinking of and referring to, and if the shoe fits, please wear it. And no, I'm referring to you. Go have your little fucking meetings in your secret YouTube corners. Have your live stream for, I don't know, 4 hours. Virtue signal about what superior beings you are while you so-called police the fucking internet on the most toxic part of YouTube, you fucking hypocrites, and keep throwing stones in glass houses while meanwhile you want to hide the fact and sweep away that you all have done absolutely worse than jokes. Your real lives are what's terrifying and what you've really done. So fuck out of here.
Yeah, and they would never accuse me like, this guy says he wants to beat a bitch's ass. Like when they say that, like, yeah, no, that's fine, right? You know what I mean? Like, if I said to you, hey, this guy, I don't know if he's a good guy or not, and you said why? I said, well, because he said he wants to beat a bitch's ass. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean women, right? It means just a bitch's ass. So there you go.
Damn near be anything this day and age.
Right? You know what I mean? You know
There's
what I mean?
no specific gender for bitch anymore.
You can even beat AIDS. You know, it's 2026. You can beat everything. You can beat anything in this day and age.
Saying bitch, you could be referring to Nick Fuentes for all I know.
You know it? You know it? 2 more clips. So now we're going to get into this, a little bit of the silliness of the Karens. This first one, like, this is what I feel like they do.
Hi, Laura. Okay.
Like they get activated like this. Like, this is how, like, all right, I'm going to go out on the streets today. I'm going to be a protester, but I got to get like hyped up somehow. And they activate themselves just like this. This is how liberal white women activate themselves before they go out into a protest.
Bring the lion out, bring the lion out, bring the lion out,
That's it. That's what she does. That's how she activates herself. So it says, soft girl era interrupted by the ICE raids.
Bring the lion out, bring the lion out, bring the lion out.
Going Super Saiyan or something.
Oh my God, it's so good. I want that as like a video. And the song in the background is bring the lion out, bring the lion out, bring the lion out.
I've discovered what cringe feels like, and C-Fouls, I agree with you, by the way. Yeah, I have a stomach ache. Like, that's how cringe it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The last cringe one for the Karen segment. I don't know if this is exactly in Minneapolis, but goddamn, it's still hilarious nonetheless. These fellers are duck hunting. Okay, it's in Washington. This recently happened in Washington. Okay. And they're duck hunting, all right? You know, and like a Karen can really be anywhere. Like, they don't necessarily have to be protesters. They could be like environmentalists, you know? They could be like, I got to put this one behind. Hang on one second.
Karen could be a gay fella. It could be, and not even, of course, specifically white. There's just, you know, I think a timeless joke about white women getting involved in, other things. I think Malcolm X was one of the most famous individuals and I'm not just going off the Spike Lee movie. This is a recorded event that happened. A white woman, well-intentioned, literally went up to him at the steps of a courthouse and said, how can I help? He said, you can't. You're a white woman.
Yeah, you're going to ruin everything. Please don't. All right, this is like what a white woman looks like in nature, like a wild Karen, if you will. All right, mind you, they're duck hunting. She sounds just
by the by, please feel free, as I'm watching, please help us in the battle of the ratio and censorship. Hit that like button. We got a couple of in here. Let's get that number up just a smidge. We appreciate you.
If you're an OG, type OG in the chat. If you're new, go ahead and type new in the chat. We want to see who's who. I know, YouTube's been going up and down, but I tell you what, as Eli just said as well, if you could share this link to an external social media source, that would help us out a ton if you are enjoying the show and what we're doing here tonight. If not, no pressure. Just the whole point of this is just to have fun regardless. So the pressure's not on you to help us out. The pressure's on you just to have a good time. The pressure's on us to make sure you have a good time. The pressure's on us to make sure we have reach. So it's not your problem, but we just are asking.
Which is why we live and breathe anxiety. And also a quick tease. I've gone through with the deep dive of Nick Fuentes, and I'm hoping that we can come to the agreement that it's going to be done here. I want a complete open invite discussion with appropriate clips to talk about Nick Fuentes and what he means to some of you that really, really like him. All right, moving on.
Heard that. Let me write this down real quick for the quick break segment. Discord, and there's something else too. All right, now check that. So again, wild Karen, keeping in the vibes of Karens in general. This is kind of mind blowing. Mind you, they're hunting ducks. Keep that in mind. They're hunting ducks.
I am.
Hey, bro, what kind of bird is that? What kind of bird is that?
Does that sound like a bird?
I mean, yeah.
That kind of sound like a bird, right?
What bird is that? What kind of bird is that?
First.
Wow.
I think it's a legendary Karen.
The guy even said, I think it's a legendary Karen.
This is the final boss of
She
Karen,
came out of the woods and she's just going, fuck off! Fuck off! She sounds like a bird. And they're hunting birds.
She's some kind of fly type Pokemon that, wild Karen approaches you, whatever the fuck the game says.
Charizard. It's a Charizard.
A Charizard.
Yeah,
Charizard. Yeah.
It's a legendary Karen.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Get the hell out of here! You're not welcome! Go away! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Holy shit. What are you doing, lady? And
what's great is how they handle this.
Those are decoys, not ducks.
She's trying to scare the ducks because they're duck hunting.
Fuck off! We don't want you shooting around here.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want you walking around here.
Oh, fuck off! This is public property.
Exactly my point.
Right.
You guys are proving our point.
We don't shoot anything alive. You fuck off.
These are already dead.
Fuck off.
These are already dead.
I don't care.
They're already dead.
I don't like shooting you. Fuck off. You fuck off.
Those birds identified as dead already.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Ready? Ready? This might be. Sorry, PETA.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ian rolled.
So all those that row of ducks, like those were all decoys. So it kind of gets the bird, it kind of gets a duck to kind of want to come swoop down and maybe even land.
Yeah, to feel comfortable.
So like,
right.
She was throwing rocks at the line of decoys to try to get them to fly away. Fuck off! Fuck off!
And I like how she continued to use the word by calling them fuck offs. And
yeah, you fuck off.
I was expecting when, like, after they hit the duck, when the camera turned, that she'd be like the jump scare right there, like, ah! But
yeah, fuck off. Yeah, like an
win 'em
M. Night
all.
Shyamalan twist or something like that. Fuck off.
But yeah, dude, that was some form of creature. I'm going to incite demonology here. That is not of this earth. We're talking supernatural danger.
Yeah. Yeah. I prove me wrong. Tell us wrong in the chat right now. This seems like a Karen problem. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
There is a Karen problem.
It's getting worse, though. It feels like it's escalating, and like they're getting more brazen and more bold. And remember what we played last week about, or we showed the Adam Carolla clip, and he he talks about the difference between girls and boys growing up, and boys would fight, and they would get they would be shown the line of like what not to cross, where a lot of women didn't have that. Like they didn't have play fighting. They didn't know where their boundaries were, and right now they didn't have kids. They're just kind of free, strong, independent woman, and now they're doing this like motherlyhood thing to America, and they're just like they're all full of piss and vinegar, because they're douching, So
yeah,
they have to though. It smells better that way, but
I'm semi trying to delicately think so as to not broad stroke the entire lovely female species there,
right?
Because they're amazing women. I love them, couldn't live without them. But when it comes to the Karen variant or strain, yeah, horrifying, and they just make everybody look bad.
Let's do this. We're gonna play our next segment coming up is going to be it's going to be Trump and the whole insurrection vibe. But before we get to that, let's give ourselves a good teaser to get into that. And this is going to kind of bring Karens and Trump together on the same plane. And it's literally a fantastic tie-in. This latest strain of TDS is actually causing women to go into menopause. And after this, we have a doctor kind of corroborating this to be truth. Not necessarily the menopause thing, but he's like, listen, I got a lot of people coming to me complaining just about their hatred for Trump, and they can't go on about their day and this and that. So keeping on with the whole Karen theme, this lady's been making the rounds. Here's her talking about what's recently occurred in her life due to Mr. You-Know-Who.
This whole entire administration is so fucked. I'll tell you, it's so fucked. It actually put my body into menopause. I am so thoroughly repulsed by fucking Donald Trump and all of his cronies, and they literally threw my body into menopause. It's like in Twilight when the vampires come around and more wolves start turning. They are literally turning American women into women going through menopause because we are so fucking repulsed by you incels.
Huh?
Fuck you. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck everyone who follows him. You all are disgusting fucking pigs.
Do you ever remember seeing somebody on the right, and very well could be, it's an honest question, who had this type of like vibe over Kamala or Biden? Like, is there such thing as a, Kamala derangement syndrome? Is there such thing as a Biden derangement syndrome to this extent?
I don't think you can match the extent, even though you cannot deny the dislikability and how massive it became, but for damn good reason. When you propose oh yeah, sure, look, there's a good reason to have a TDS, the examples are so fucking weak and flimsy. I don't like that he talks the way he does. I don't like that he's heavy-handed, which to me is of course a net positive. He has been the most he has been a president of action more so than most presidents in a very long time. So, you know, I don't want to make it sound like it's my bias dictating a damn thing. I really think that the TDS overrides the logic and becomes this and manifests in such a horrid way that it starts to impact their body and turns into fucking menopause. We're gonna have TDS zombies running around.
It's pretty. And now, like at first, like you hear this lady say, like, "Oh, Trump made me start menopause." You're like, that seems like you're kind of, you know, causation isn't correlation, lady. Like maybe it was just like inadvertent that like right now just happens to be the time when your body is going through a new phase. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's correlated to Trump.
Yes.
You know,
coincidence, as you know, Laura pointed out. Yes.
Coincidence, sorry, could be a very real thing, but that's not being taken into account. But how about this? How about this right here? This guy.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
What's up, Dark Canadian? Go on.
So wild. This guy right here is going to let you know. It says psychotherapist Jonathan Alpert. Now, mind you, we will give this caveat. This is from Fox News, right? Fox News would love to tell you that TDS is a real thing, but just for conversation's sake, for entertainment's sake, here's a recent thing from a doctor saying this is a real thing he's dealing with. So take it for what it is. It's kind of on you.
First of all, identify it for us. You're in a session and you pick up on what?
Well, Harris, it doesn't take long for me to pick up on this. People are obsessed with Trump. They're fixated, they're hyper fixated on Trump. And they talk about some of the features of this disorder. They can't sleep, they feel traumatized by Mr. Trump. They feel restless. I had one patient who said she couldn't enjoy a vacation because anytime she saw Trump in the news or on her device, she felt triggered. So this is a profound pathology, and I would even go so far as to call it the defining pathology of our time.
These people come to you for the things that you described. Can't sleep, traumatized, perhaps depression. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But at first, you are there to treat an illness, a disorder of some kind. And what you figure out is the trigger.
Well, and Trump is the trigger for many of these people. And to be that fixated on a figure, on a person, it's simply not healthy. And our country has strayed so far away from where we once were. If you look at in the 80s when President Reagan was shot, people were united. He famously said, I hope you're all Republicans to the surgeons. And the response was, today, Mr. President, we're all Republicans. But our country has lost that. We've strayed so far from that unity.
So you understand what he said there? Like when Reagan got
100%.
shot, he was like, listen, you know, I hope my, you know, it's like a Jewish person being injured and going to, you know, a Palestinian hospital. Like, I hope you're not going to like fuck this up on purpose because I'm Jewish. You know, hope you're not going to fuck this up on purpose because I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican doctor. And the doctor's like, dude, listen, no. At this point, like what he should have said, what would have been a better idea is like, Mr. President, at this point, we're all Americans.
That's right? Exactly what I thought too. Yes.
But I think the sentiment is still there. You know, I'm siding with you during this time. Like I get it. Like maybe it means even a little more. You know, like, hey, we're all Americans, meaning like we still have our differences, but whatever. Saying we're all Republicans means fuck my side right now. In that moment, given that's what he
chose to say, you know, that was how they chose to ensure he understood the solidarity. So, you know, yeah.
So, you know, very cool on him. We're gonna go ahead and take I think Eli's still gonna stay here. Like what I'm doing is I'm turning my quick little pee break into something. So while I take a quick little pee break, if you don't mind, Eli, ask the chat, see how people are feeling. Once we get back, we're going to get into the Insurrection Act. We got the Candace Owens Comedy Hour, and then we're going to close out the show tonight with some funny videos, kind of go back to the old school way, a little palate cleanser we all leave on a good note, all right? So that's what we're going to do. But in the meanwhile, I'll be right back. Eli will be here. He's going to answer some of your questions if you have any. But how about this? What do you think has been the better segment so far? I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. People in the chat, choose to respond to what you want to, because I don't know what is the better question, to be honest with you. And this is just buying me time to take a piss.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got it from here. My only question to you
Well, hang on a second. Well, how about this? You tell me what question you want to roll with. The better segment so far, ICE or KARENS? You want to rate the show from 1 to a 10? Where's everyone watching tonight? There you go. There you go. So I'll let you roll with it. Be right back.
All right, got you. The question I was going to ask Josh was why the tropical Diddy music before R. Kelly music before he said he was going to piss. But hey, who am I to judge? Is he still there? I think so. Hidden Noticer, I think I recognize you, good sir. Let me check you out here. Okay, well, that's an interesting choice for a picture. I'm going to make the wild assumption that perhaps some of the videos I've done on my personal channel regarding my confusion, my intrigue about, wanting to understand Nick Fuentes and the people that hold him up as a golden god. I know where my issues are with him. I'm doing my due diligence, though. But your chosen profile picture, you hilarious YouTube commenter, is an anime thing chick and Hitler. So you're an edgy one. Welcome to the show. You want to call into the call line? Well, that time will come. Just let me tell you, I've done 2, and I know I'm supposed to ask some of these questions, but yeah, fuck it, I'm live. Here's the microphone. I've made about 2 live streams regarding trying to understand Nick Fuentes. I'm excited for the next show we have here instead of it on my channel, because things that happen here, the show that happens here is, in my opinion, always just a bit better, more professional, whatever the case. I mean, we have goals here, but anytime a group of people that support anybody get so triggered that they go on an ad hominem like attack, I instantly get skeptical and a little cringed out. If you're trying to represent a cause, if you're trying to make me a believer, if anything, and a credit to some of the people that try to offer some information, recommend interviews, fair play, well done. But to those of you that just went all unhinged and I just can't wrap my head. Can you open no, I cannot open the call line right at this moment. As soon as the other individual who's currently back, we can.
What question did you go with? You didn't go with one, did you?
Nick Fuentes, because there's somebody here that's been kind of, I don't know, tracking me down, or... So his profile picture is an anime chick and Hitler together. His name is Hidden Noticer, and he's begging for the call line.
All right, we can put it up. While we're putting it up, how about this? Let's ask this one. Where is everyone watching from tonight? Just put your state. Don't worry about. We just want to see where everyone's from.
Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Niagara. Oh, hello. I'm from Rochester. I'm very, very close to you out there in Niagara Falls. There, not too shabby. Yeah.
I don't know what flags these are representative of.
What do they got? You know what I forgot to put on? I forgot to bring up the chat so I can pull up chat on our side. So that's my bad. Usually we're pulling up chat. We're showing chat. We're gonna have a feature soon enough, kind of like a talk to speech kind of thing. But we're gonna have. I think we're gonna go. Should we make a poll? Like, because I think we only get 3 people. We can get 3 people to choose from. So we're going to have this ability to, if you want to type in the chat for us, type in the chat rather with a comment that will be read by AI. We can select like 1 to 3 voices. I think we want to go with like maybe Donald Trump, Candace Owens, and Joe Biden. I don't know.
Biden for
just
sheer,
for now. Just
hilarity. Yeah, it's something that can rotate and change. Oh, allegedly. All right. Hey, notice it's Julian. Apparently, I've seen you with a different name, so. Interesting.
I kind of thought that I forgot. So let me go ahead and throw. I'm going to open up the phones right now. Thank you for bearing with us. The phone lines, the phone number is up, but the phone lines aren't on until we say they're on. So we're about to turn them on. So we're going to get into the insurrection. We're going to be getting into the Candace Owens Comedy Hour, and we're closing out the show with some just some funny videos to cleanse the palate. So we will get into that, I guess, right now. Boom, the phones are on. If you feel like calling in, go ahead and give us a call, 954-546-3455. We love to hear from you. We love to talk to you. YouTube's been a little funky lately. Man, for the past like 5 episodes, it's been like a little lower for us, which is actually like normal for us. Like even our lower right now is better than what we used to do. But like there was a point in time when we were getting some good views before the new year where when we'd throw that phone number up, man, we'd get some really cool people calling in like out of nowhere. So I don't know, whatever, maybe it's our fault, maybe it's YouTube's fault, but we hope to. That part was the most intriguing part about getting all those views. All right, here we go. We got our first caller. Let's see who we got. I think I know who it is.
I'm going to use the bathroom soon as well.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Julian.
Yo.
How you doing, man?
Doing okay. How about you guys?
Glad to hear. Happy Friday. Doing good, all things considering.
Happy Friday. Yep.
Happy Friday. Do you work Saturdays, Julian?
No, I got school tomorrow.
Heard that. Well, so it's really not like like it's a Friday, but you really can't celebrate like a Friday, right? Because you have some obligations tomorrow. Like sometimes I work 6 days a week. All I'm trying to get at, Julian, is like sometimes I work 6 days a week, and people tell me Happy Friday, and I'm like, motherfucker, I work Saturday. Like, tell me Happy Saturday maybe sometimes, but sometimes Happy Friday doesn't mean anything. But I live vicariously through the people who do enjoy their Fridays.
I'm just happy about the playoffs. I don't know if you guys watch NFL, but
who do you got? Who do you want? Who do you want for the playoffs? Who do you want?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
Who do I think?
Yep.
Seahawks and Patriots or Broncos for sure.
So that's what you think the Super Bowl is going to be?
100%. Seahawks are the most completed team. They have every position right. Like
Seahawks versus Patriots,
or Broncos.
Well, if you had to choose though, who do you think it's going to be? Patriots or Broncos?
Hard. We'll see tomorrow because the Broncos, this is their first time for the playoffs this year, so we'll see.
How long has it been since they've actually made a playoff? It's been a hot minute. I mean, like
last year actually. They made it last year.
I'm sorry, but they made it to like the AFC Championships.
Oh yeah, no, it's been since 2015. So
got about like 10, 11 years. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, may the best team win. So if it is Seahawks versus Patriots or Broncos, who do you want to come out victorious?
Well, it's not who I want; it's who I think's going to win.
Well, no. I don't want that. I just want you. I want to know who you want to win. I don't want who you think is going to win, because sometimes who we want to win, we know they're not going to win. But
Well, my team are not in the playoffs, but I would want to win. My dream for this playoffs, I would definitely want the Rams to win. I think Stafford deserves it again. That'll be cool.
Heard. All right. Well, we shall see then. Right. What do you got for us tonight, Julian?
Yeah. Where's Eli?
Eli took a quick bathroom break, but I guarantee you he can hear what we're talking about and what's going on.
Yeah, I think he got mad at me.
I see how it is. You don't want to talk to me. You only call in to give little ribs at Eli. Is that what it is? Is that what's going on?
No. I was talking to him in the comment section. Right now.
There he is.
And
he's back.
And he was like, "Your profile picture is cringe." And I was like,
"Let me tell him.
Why is not?" Yeah.
Let me.
Eli, hang on a second. Julian said, he's like, "Josh, I really don't want to talk to you. I'm only here to talk to Eli." So
I knew.
He would not, like, there was nothing he wanted to confound me in. So it's all you now, man. Like, you got the floor, bro.
I'm curious. Is the picture of Hitler more so something that's like
whoa.
provocateur
For
or
people
like,
who don't know what you're talking about, what do you mean picture of Hitler? What are you talking about?
His profile picture is an anime
On
girl
YouTube?
next to, yeah, that's his fucking hidden.
What? No way, Julian. Your profile picture is a picture of Hitler.
Yeah, I can send you a gift right now or something if I can.
Yeah, or stuck in the middle show at gmail.com, and I'll pull the picture up separately. But
I send you a gift, $100, whatever that means. Yeah, and you'll see my profile picture. It's anime girl and Hitler.
Hidden Noticer is his name. Like, so what?
Well, thank you for the gift.
The purpose, like, what is it? Is it for the lulz? Is it just funny? I mean, I pointed out I have family that died in the Holocaust, but that being put aside, I understand we live in a world where words aren't, if words hurt you, fuck you. So I'm not in that camp either. But like, how do you think I'm supposed to take you or look at you? What is the point?
No, I mean, it wasn't for you specifically. Like, I thought it was a cool picture. I found it on Pinterest, and I thought it was cool, so I used it.
What did you think was cool about the Hitler picture? I guess that's what Eli's trying to, like, Hitler, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't do good things, like besides the Nick Fuentes take.
Nobody has more high ground.
No. Well, I mean, a little bit. Like, you don't think there's...
not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Hang on 1 second. 1 second. You're going to tell me that there's a difference in morality between someone who steals something as opposed to someone who ethnically cleanse a race? You're going to tell me that there's...
I'm talking about countries. I'm talking about governments. Nobody has more high ground.
Yeah, no, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. I don't even think I was trying to get to that point. Now, I just bidened out. Like, I felt like I had a point and it's gone. I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
We have to judge him based off of the context of his time, though. And, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. No. So I was saying. So you were saying. I was asking you about Hitler, and you were like, "Oh no, no one has like." You didn't say anything about the government. You just said no one has a moral high ground, and now you're clarifying that
Hitler was the government. He was the government. Of,
but
Germany.
Like a person can criticize him. No.
Yeah. Hitler was a scumbag piece of shit. Dictator, Satan, dick sucking.
You know how much he did for animals?
Yeah. Okay. I just want to.
Yeah, he's a vegan, like fucking whoopty shit.
He passed so many
wiped out
laws
6 million people
from being abused.
He was an ethnic cleanser.
Okay. Can I just dissect your logic here real quick, or just understand maybe your point of view? So, and again, this has nothing to do with the government. As a person. I know you just kind of said, oh, this is more towards the government, but I'm asking you, like, as a person who criticizes Hitler, are you saying when you said no one, you didn't say no government, you said no one has the moral high ground to judge him? Is there a difference in types of things that you do? For instance, is there a difference between stealing and there's a difference between murdering?
Yeah, 100%. I do believe some sins are greater than others.
Right. So, like, in that sense, like, just as if you go to jail, you have people who are murderers, but the second they find out that someone is a child pizza person, a child PDF, that guy's persona non grata, no matter what crime they did. So there's always a level to morality. So, like, do you recant what you just said there? Like, people can obviously judge him. Like, some of the things he did were worse than some of the immoral things normal people do.
I want to jump in briefly. It's very simple. Okay. So there is multiple people that are loyal. They show up, and God bless you. We love you, the OGs. They are recognizing that Julian is now a segment. Some of them get a little fucking put because you know what? I respect consistency, but Julian, you can't convince me that in some shape or form I mean, you made it clear. Oh, I hate my enemy, and you hate the enemy, the Jewish people, because of what's in the Torah or the Talmud. Regardless, you don't have to correct me. Meanwhile, when Josh gave you the debate, let me just finish the point regarding the atheist, who is the antithesis and opposite of everything you stand for. You give them their flowers. There is somehow
I don't give them flowers. You said to choose one. You said to choose one.
Yeah, so to you, the people that believe in God, maybe just not in the same specific variant.
They don't.
According to you, they don't believe in God. Well, every single faithful Jewish person would tell you you're wrong.
I'm not supposed to be tolerant.
I'm gonna be honest. Look,
religions.
I'm at a point. I'm at a point where I do believe you're a provocateur, and you're here for the lulz. You like utilizing and abusing any platform that will have you, because you can say what you can say. I don't think you want any form of understanding and or middle ground. You made that clear. You hate Jews. They're your enemy.
I don't hate Jews.
If you have no interest in cohabitating, coexistence, or like agreeing to fucking disagree,
Julian, like, can we be honest?
I have no interest in really exchanging conversation, ideas, or fucking placating each other.
Like, I know Julian says he doesn't hate Eli, right? But like, can we be honest? Like, do you understand why people would be confused as to the things you say, and then you say you don't hate Jews? It seems to be like a contradiction at times, because some of the things you do say do seem to be this generalization of a group, say the Jewish people, but then you'll then say, like you just said now, oh, but I don't hate all Jews. So, like, can you clarify whom, like, is it just Zionists? And I'm not trying to give you an out here. I'm not trying to give you an answer, but can you be a little more specific as to what about or who that you find more, you know what I mean? Like just give us something more than just Jews.
Okay, I don't hate all Jews, okay? And I could say the same about every I like for every group. Like,
but what about the Jews? What about those Jews who you don't like? Do you hate about them? That's what we're trying to get to. What is
I don't like the Zionist Jews. I don't like the Orthodox Jews. And
what about the Zionist Jews do you not like?
What do I not like about them?
Yes. What about the Zionist ones, not the Orthodox yet?
It's very simple. What they push is Jewish supremacy. They want the United States to fight Israel's war.
Do you respect Zionism?
Heck no.
Okay. So you don't respect American supremacy then?
No, I don't support Jewish supremacy.
No, but
America's supremacy.
I'm not asking if you understand it. Like, you can not. Like, I understand the reason why Jewish people want to be, or why there's a sect that want to be Zionist. They want to be, quote unquote, nationalist, just like people who are pro-America.
Yeah, but this is America, though. That's the problem.
But I'm saying it's the same concept.
We're the United
can't
States
you
of America.
understand?
We're not the United States of Israel.
But I'm not okay. So you're conflating my 2 points here. I'm not asking America to be pro-Israel. I'm saying, do you not understand in the same way that there are people who are American that are pro-America? You understand that concept. There are people who are pro-Israel because they are Jewish.
No, God bless the American nationalists. That's what.
But that's not the question. That's not the question. But do you understand the same? It's the same thought process. The same people, the same type of person who is pro-American, right, has the same type of thought process as the person who is Jewish, who is Zionist. They want their country to be number one. Why is that necessarily bad?
No, okay, can I respond? Okay, let me respond. No, if the Jews in Israel, if they want Israel to succeed and be, prosperous and number one in the Middle East, good for them. They have a right to do that. They have, of course, let them do that. But what they don't have a right to do is call themselves, think of themselves as, supremacy, superior against others, and kill another group of people and ethnically cleanse Gaza and kill innocent Palestinian children children, average ages between 8 and 16. You know, you don't have the right to do that.
The civilians that are within the territory of a war and given opportunity to flee, which are refused. Aside from the Arabs that live peacefully. Remember, let me remind you that it is a Arabic Muslim that owns the most powerful bank in Israel. Let me also remind you that
I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
No, how is that relevant to Israel intentionally
It flies
killing?
in the face of your massive, always like Jews are controlling everything. There's such a smaller percentage of them that are alive in comparison to say Islam. So I think the fact that they have been persecuted and kicked out of as many countries because they're blamed for the death of Jesus. That's primarily why. Of course, they're going to seek to get every fucking nut they can to survive, because again and again, history shows that people want to kill them because of what the cards they were dealt from history. And it was the Romans that executed Jesus. They're the ones that made sure to bring it about. I love Jesus, but I also love Jews.
What Eli, let me just try to, I'm not saying you don't understand, or I'm not saying that Eli didn't say it correctly. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. And what Eli is saying about the Jewish people, and now I'm Bidening. That's it. It's gone. Son of a bitch. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just a typical Biden moment. Son of a bitch. Fuck.
Josh. Wobbard.
No, like I had a point. It was about the Jewish people.
I just want to say something though, Josh. You should be pissed off right now because
I am
your people. No, because your people are going to go extinct in 2050, and you should do something about it.
Eli, what was the point you were just making? Come on, help me out. Like, what was the point, Eli? What was the point you were just making? Because I fucking had a good point, Eli.
That they've been persecuted for so damn long. Of course, they're going to try to gain any sort of control or insecurity. Control equals security. And I don't want them to control and have any of their puppet strings influencing our fucking politics. I am pro Israel doing what they got to do and America doing what we got to do. America first. America take care of its own and our backyard.
Actually, America only. No more America first. We got to do America only.
Yeah. This is the Nick Fuentes stuff I've been hearing. I know. No questions asked. America first. No prisoners. Fuck what everybody thinks. I know. Very imperialistic. The new Rome. That's his words. I'm citing him via quotations here. He wants us to be the new Roman Empire.
We need that. We do. We need that.
It's fucking, dude. I had such a good fucking counter. Oh yeah. Bam. Contrary. Okay. What you were saying? It's gone again. Holy shit! It was just there. Eli had a good
your text.
You had a good counter to what Julian said. Julian said. Julian's point. There we go. Finally, that the Jewish people are about supremacy, right? They're about the Jewish supremacy.
The Zionists, yeah.
The Zionists. Eli's counter to your point was, if you go into Israel, you have people who are the Muslim persuasion. You have people of the Jew, you have a thriving population in Israel, where in Palestine you don't have Israeli people thriving there. So it kind of does counter your point.
That does not make sense. There's a bunch of evidence and studies that Muslims don't get enough funding in Israel. They don't get enough funding for anything, for their property, for homes, for anything. They get discriminated all the time. The IDF can fucking bully them and do anything to them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that, but just the idea that they're there and they're living, just the idea that they're there and they're living there is counter to the idea. Are there any Jewish people living in Palestine? I mean, the Jewish people.
Because Israel occupies them.
Okay, let me ask you a bigger question. How much land?
Why would they want their people to get killed?
How much land do the Muslim people own compared to what the Jewish people own in that sect of the region?
Why is this relevant? How is this relevant? Sorry.
It just
The
counter what you're
Palestinian people
saying.
are native there. Like, they've been there for centuries, man. Like, they shouldn't be kicked out. Like, a lot of you, and this is scary that you are buying into the the Zionist propaganda. Oh, why don't they move to Egypt or Jordan or Lebanon? Dude, it's their home. They have a right to be there and stay there. It's literally their home. They suffered enough for like 70 years now. They shouldn't have to leave, man. They already left in 1948. They've been kicked out of their tribes and stuff. They shouldn't do it again.
I do forget how we got onto the Jewish thing again. Like, we were just trying to move on to like the Insurrection Act and Candace Owens and shit like
we're
that.
going to move on.
Wait, January 6th?
What?
Wait, are you talking about January 6th?
No, like we were taking a break and I forget. Like, you called in about something. What did you call in for initially? Because we do got to move on, man. We got to get into
about that lady who got shot by ICE, but like.
Just
I want to talk about Eli, talking about my profile picture.
Put a quick bow on the lady who got shot by ICE. In your opinion, Eli and I will not be able to have a retort to it. We do have to move on, but go ahead and just put a bow on your opinion about the lady who got shot by ICE, and then we do got to move on to the whole Insurrection Act thing, man.
Okay, first of all, Team Candace Owens, she's the best.
Ugh.
And
bro, are you fucking kidding? She said Charlie Kirk is a time traveler.
He said, "What do you
what
mean?"
Do you mean? Dude, have you seen what TPUSA is doing? You could take a picture of the place where he got shot.
We said we wouldn't. No,
okay.
Okay. Hold up. You're incorrect. Okay, you're incorrect. It's the same
I'm not incorrect.
You are. It's the same tent they use. It's the same tent. The same place.
That's demonic still.
The same. Dude, he used the same tent. He used the same tent for everything. The same place would be in Utah. So that's incorrect.
I'm sorry, Hugh. It was nice having you, man.
All right, man. We do got to bounce, man.
I didn't talk about the ICE shooting.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, we got to bounce, man. We got to bounce. Like, we keep getting sidetracked. Julian, we love you. Call in next time. We're going to get into some Candace stuff, but we do got to move on.
Friday. God bless you guys.
Fuck you.
Julian, you crazy son of a bitch. What did he say? He said it's Hitler Friday?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Why you got to go? So then it counters his points again. He was like, no, I don't hate Jewish people. But then your last words is Hitler Friday?
Josh, I'm exhausted of giving him this platform that he clearly jerks off to. He doesn't have to come here. I know we wear the badge of everybody's welcome. He's been welcome here and has come here how many fucking times already? Like 8 damn episodes, 12 damn episodes, and we always end up with the same shit.
Yeah, there was some point. Yeah, the stream is being a little funny on my end. So if it's going in and out, YouTube's letting me know that we're not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So just bear with us. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Sometimes
I think it's a sign that Julian is a bane and a curse on this show.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
And I'm not dealing with the veiled hatred anymore.
Well,
you have hate in your heart. Deal with it. If you have such a relationship with God, it's one thing to have an intellectual or nuanced opinion, but it's another thing to have legitimate vitriol, pure hatred in your heart. I don't think the good Lord would celebrate that and say, come on in through the golden pearly gates with that hate. You are poison and cancer, and you bring that poison and cancer everywhere you go.
Speaking of poison and cancer, this video right here was one of the catalysts that led up to, Trump thinking about kind of pulling the trigger on the whole Insurrection Act thing.
Sorry, Mike Guyver, why do you have a problem with me? This is something we have run into time and time again. I've not attacked
What's Mike Guyver saying now?
And thank you. I know you pointed out, yes, correct, not only the Jews were killed in the Holocaust, widely known. I don't think it was ever necessary to remind people. There was a shit ton, homosexuals, anybody of a different race, anybody that, atheists. There was a whole bunch of people round up in there, special needs. So I don't see the confusion. I have also mentioned I don't want Israel messing with American politics. I don't know what more you want from me, Mike.
What did Mike say?
With all due respect.
Like, you're in, just like
Israel was
anyone.
not fucking created in 1948. Tell me when Palestine was created. When was Palestine recognized as a motherfucking country?
But just like a further question too, like what other areas do the Jewish people have out in that area? Like what other places do they have? They have a little small sect of Israel that was given to them after some mass atrocities happened to their people. Now
they were in no position to say no. Let's tough it out, rough it out, and go live in a fucking RV.
We can disagree about how the land was given to them, but the idea that they needed to be given land, I don't necessarily think is debatable. Maybe where, sure, but should they have been? Yeah. Like where else do you go when you don't have any place to go? So
yeah, so they were given something and it was legal. So
it was made by a bunch of other places that were like, no, we insist, take it. Like it wasn't Israel. Like Israel in that moment wasn't this big, bad, brooding son of a bitch that was like, we're going to take over Palestine. No, a bunch of other bigger countries got together and said, you know what? Let's help the little guy out. Let's give him a little bit of this stuff. So there was no cabal in that moment.
Right. Oh, and I think I found the common denominator why Mike had an issue, and I think he eloquently said, good night, happy Sabbath. Well, thank you, Mike, but it's because, I don't know, I don't glaze Jesus Christ enough, or that my defense of the Jewish people being allowed to live is not Christ enough. Like, people, do you hear what so you're advocating for people that just believe differently because their scripture has a passage, this, that, or the other, does not literally correlate into them, and I'm gonna broad stroke here, acting like the 300 million Islamic individuals / radicals who resort to barbarism, savagery, murder, the R word, grape, all of that shit. That is far more typical in their religion in our European countries. But no, the Jews that live peacefully among us, but hey, there's some Jew names in Hollywood and there's some Jew names in the banks. Fucking fuck those guys.
There's, that's one of the major questions that I was always hung up on with religion. Which one's right? And nobody can give me an answer that I find worthy enough to be like, you're right. There are so many religions. We have the big three, the big four. But even within those, who's right? Who has the right thing? So
yeah, I have again, just like when I time and time again have pointed out that I have felt I was pushed out of the Democratic Party because my friends that were Democrats were pretty much pieces of shit. I'm finding almost the same problem with trying to fit in with religion. So again, I'm gonna quadruple the fuck down on God is the God of my understanding. I don't care what people say or judge me or call me. I'm comfortable with what I call the God of my understanding, the God I pray to when I do the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and I kiss my Star of David. That's all it takes for me to feel like I'm at peace. It's good enough for me, and it's good enough with God, I'm sure. You think you have a higher opinion or a wiser one than God? That sounds like a real pride problem on your end, because I saw Mike mention something about pride coming before the fall with me. Hilarious when you think you're smarter than God.
Yeah, I always and I find what's funny is my definition of God was always, with my agnostic self, was always good, orderly direction. G-O-D, God.
Mm-hmm.
Putting the greater good above whatever it is you feel like doing, whatever it is you want to do. But the thing that I never really kind of kicked back and forth is, well, what defines good? Where are you getting your ethics from that define good? And, you know, for me, I was brought up Catholic. So a lot of these things a lot of my ethics stem from a religious background. You know, I think we could debate as to far as if one didn't have religion, would people still feel like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal? So like
when you had that very debate with Julian regarding the atheism and you know, all the points you brought up, there was some that I was withholding because of my fear of the judgment, and I don't care. Anybody that knows what's in their heart, we shouldn't care. So the moral barometer, which is what it would be called, which is how we have a sense of what's good, what's wrong, I believe it's innate, and it's not contingent on you know, which Bible or doctrine or dogma you believe in. It's not contingent on a belief structure of any kind that's fed to you.
What's innate?
Feeling good when good things happen, when you do good things.
No, but that's just dopamine though. Like that's just like catching something, know you're gonna eat, doing good things. But like what? Like that's just we were talking about like doing right and wrong. Like doing something right doesn't always necessarily make you feel good. Sometimes doing the right thing is the hard thing and it doesn't feel good, but you know it's the right thing. So what we're talking about is how you define or what you define or how you got the idea of right and wrong.
I would assume that a society that comes together and makes their laws of the land without any further outside influence would have something along the basis of, hey, you know, don't fucking steal and don't fucking kill. That's just my wild assumption.
Yeah, I would have to disagree, though, because that's just like, well, this is how we feel. We feel like we shouldn't do this, so this is a collective agreement. But where is that collective understanding of what good is and what isn't coming from? You know, so like, because there would be people who would say, all right, well, I own all this side of the field. You can't have any of these plants. Who are you to tell he is right or wrong? Like this, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot eat on my side of this field. Where is the moral barometer there? Like, who would say he is right and wrong? Nobody owns that land, right? But there was, like, then religion came around, and there was these things that were kind of established that said, hey, these seem to be like a little more of a civil way to live, to do things, as opposed to just, quote, act like a heathen, quote, act like,
I do believe a hierarchy of some variant would form inevitably for the sake of legitimate
but it would have
survival.
To be based off of something, though, right?
And remember, the Dark Age, the famous Dark Ages, were the result of too much religion. Too much of anything, I assume, would always be a bad thing.
Or like, how about this? Remember when before there was a religion, like caveman era, like people were living to like 27, 30 years old. There was no, there was no right or wrong. It was just survive. There was no necessarily community. Like things were kind of established. But look at then, like if there was this ever withstanding right or wrong, things would have gone different during then. But
no, I wouldn't go as far as referring to the Neanderthal primate-esque brain.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, if there was something that came before religion that established what is good and bad, that would have been that era would have acted out differently. But because during those times there was no religion, there was no type of there was no innate thing to be good or bad. It was just be an animal. Like does a cat think good or bad when it just wants to kill a lizard? It's just being its thing.
No, well, staying within the realm of humanity, I think, would keep it simpler. But I can tell you,
but animals are animals, though. Like we are animals, so like we are staying within that realm, because when we were Neanderthals, we were more animalistic. We were, hunting as a tribe and taking down things. Like we were doing things.
We were literally primitive,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I just for this topic, for a continuance, I will brush up on one of my favorite books, by Richard Dawkins, because there's a specific examples and takes and studies he references that would help me. But let's.
Do you want to have a debate over this? Like, what would your side be? And maybe we can like schedule one, and like you could have some people on your side. I guess
I don't believe. Unpopular take. Remember, I do believe in God, but my true belief is that God is not a mandatory belief for goodness to exist.
Okay. I got to write that down. So I think this might be fun. So God is not.
I agree.
God is not mandatory for what is good, right? Like is that God is not mandatory for what is good?
Right. Yeah. You ever heard of Pascal's wager? This is a very old study, I think 1500s or so, maybe even a little bit more ancient, but in essence, Pascal wager refers to a time where he was making an argument that there was a majority of people that believed in God for solely based on risk versus reward. If I believe in God, I'll go to heaven. And if I'm right, all will be well. And if I don't believe in God and I'm wrong, I'll go to hell. So the argument that was described in way better, much more eloquently than I'm doing it right now, is how Pascal's wager applied to a lot of people that maybe didn't have so much access to the Bible.
Can I test your logic here real fast? Like, as far as the idea where if a lot of people say it's good, then it's good. Essentially, like before religion came about, like if people agreed, if a collective agreed upon something, then it's fine. Right? So let me ask you. So if a collective agreed upon that it's okay to have incest with your first cousin, that means it's okay. If the collective agreed upon it, that would mean it's okay. No,
I mean,
I'm sorry. That would mean it's good. Like,
collective.
If the it's the same logic. If the collective agreed upon that it's okay to rape children.
Are we traveling back in time for this?
No, we're not traveling back in time. We're just testing the same logic that's being applied.
Then are we taking into account
if the collective thinks it's
scientific findings and data?
It's not about science, because back then there wasn't science. It was just about what the collective deemed to be good. Well, yeah, however you want to deem it, it doesn't, like, whatever information the collective has, regardless if it's now or back then, whatever conclusion they're coming to, regardless of the information they have, you essentially were saying that when the collective says it's okay, then it's good. And what I'm asking you then, if the collective then came together and said it's okay to grape underage children, would that be good? If the collective said it's good.
Every moral in my fiber obviously wants to say fuck no, and I'd like to believe that
so then where does that come from?
Be able to ascertain that it was wrong.
But where does that come from then, right?
The groupthink or the collective sensation?
No, not the groupthink, but the idea to go against the groupthink and say, oh, no, this is not what I feel. Because, all I'm doing is testing what you said. That's it. I'm simply saying you said if a collective says it's okay, then it's fine. So I'm just applying that same logic to kind of an extreme. I'm being hyperbolic here in a sense, but it's still testing that logic. So I think it's deeper than just what a collective says. And that's why I think a lot of people's ethics comes from something different, because when there wasn't a religion, there was a lot more anarchy. So one could argue that religion kind of allowed people to step in line more, so to speak, to allow humanity to thrive a little bit more. There was atrocities done in the name of it, but what you would have to then show to me is prove to me that if religion didn't exist, it would have been just as good as it is today.
While hearing you, I'm just while reading Laura, taking away like the collective think, which of course would be the prevailing rule of thumb at the time. I do believe individually we have a conscience, our gut,
Right, so
some
it's
sensation that says right or wrong. But
right, so it's just,
I digress.
So
and
then
this
it
is
would
something
be
I would like to further polish on
for sure. So then,
we need.
so then, like, let me give you a little help. Then, so then, what you're saying would be is like it's just good because Eli says so.
It's just good. What you're referring
saying,
to?
like,
Me
you're
thinking
saying,
that individuals have a feeling
if the
that something's right or
collective
wrong.
goes against, like, if the collective says it's okay to do X action, like which I just said a few,
Yes,
cousin
yes.
stuff, grape underage children, whatever, right? If the collective deem that good, but then what you're saying now is like you have hope that the individual would be like, well. So in other words, you're saying is this is only wrong because I said so. And that's not necessarily an argument. Like, where are you getting your moral barometer from? Where are you getting the idea that you said so from? Where is that coming from?
I'm only going off of the raw gut feeling or consciousness.
And where's that gut? Yeah, right. And so that's what the debate would be. It's like, where is that gut feeling coming from?
Right. Yes.
Right.
So something I'd have to polish up on, and I don't disagree. Having something to have faith in general can absolutely be a boon. But anyway, that's for the future.
Yep, I really like that. I think that'll be a good topic. That'll be some fun. Let's play this. So this is an ICE officer getting assaulted 4 times, and we'll kind of transition to quickly, like, the idea of the Insurrection Act. Is Trump wrong for doing that? And going into, I don't know if people know this or not. Maybe by now they do. But the Insurrection Act was invoked close to, I think, 30 times already in the history of the United States. It's not necessarily something new, and you might be surprised to hear that some of the reasons why the Insurrection Act was invoked were for a lot less serious or a lot less seemingly violent reasons than what's going on in Minnesota. You're like, oh, okay, it's more like a show of force than like to actually stop something. That was like a lot of these examples are going to be like a show of like, we're playing defense. We're here to be like, oh, you can't do this, as maybe I should say show of offense. Like, we're getting here first and be like, yo, you can't touch us. Whereas right now, this seems to be like a show of defense. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. ICE is being deployed here. These states are not helping the fact.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, big time. Something you mentioned in one of the, and what's up, Great White Wolf? Good to have you, brother. One of the polls that you had mentioned, where I think the majority of the fault fell, and you had mentioned media and local leadership. I think those two nearly go hand in hand. I don't know if by design.
Yeah, there might be a
wouldn't
poll
be
still going
shocking
on.
if it was. But I think local leadership, specifically and especially blue states, it's just too damn easy to target them because the stats help back up every reason to target them, and the media doing what the fuck it does and always thinking that they know what the greater good is and preaching it to us. That's an example of where that collective group think and speak fucking fails every time.
Yeah. We've been on the screen long enough. Let's go ahead and play this video of an ICE officer getting assaulted 4 times. You be the judge. You tell us what's going on, and then we'll get
Good having you, Lou. Thank you for staying with us for as long as you have, brother. Good night and good luck at work.
God bless,
Gus.
Lou.
Please do continue.
Shame on you.
So he slips right here. So this lady pushes him. That's the first assault. All right, he throws something out. This guy trips him. So he goes to tackle him. This guy comes in, starts punching him, and then this guy kicks him. So,
cowards.
People, listen, I don't want to say cowards, but it's brazen. Like, I don't think some of these people think it is cowardly. I think they think they're being like brave by standing up to ICE.
I guess, no
Because of all
honor
the
when it
rhetoric.
comes to feeling that self-righteous, right?
Yeah. I mean, what's the video that you shared where Tim Walz essentially, like, nobody in Minnesota seems to be saying like, hey, let's turn the temperature down. All right, let's not, ICE necessarily isn't the enemy here. The enemy is people who shouldn't, like, they're not saying anything of that nature. They're just saying Trump, they're waging a war on us. This is a war against Minnesotans, and we're not going to stand for it. And they're putting this like rah rah shish kumbah in people, and like, giving people this vigor, this piss and vinegar to be like, you know what? Yeah, not on my watch. It ain't happening on my fucking time. I'm here to battle ICE. Like, do you feel any of that being the case at all? Like politicians not necessarily downplaying it, but like not playing into it either.
I mean, I believe that specifically the Democratic Party have been doing their fair share of playing into it, inciting it. I mean, look at some of the very fucking quotes we have even referenced and are played in some of the last few live streams. I forget the specific woman that was on. She literally said, well, in the name of Sandra Be Good. Or was it Sandra Be Good? Sandra is the first name?
No, you're thinking of a different case, but Renee
Sandra
Good.
Bland.
Yes.
Renee Be Good.
Renee Good, but Renee Nicole Good, but the pin said Be Good.
She's literally on live television on the record said we're co-opting this, even though she's not a black woman and this is a BLM representative, and said, yep, we're going to use this. And that tells me that for them, the greater good is to literally manifest a proponent of violence, to further, I guess, to try to scare people on the right, which is not going to fly very well. And even so, and this works so much against them. Every time a left-wing politician goes out there to incite violence, it backfires so bad every damn time.
Yeah, they never, and like they never try to downplay it. They never try to say, whoa, let's not be. It's just always, these people are horrible people. They're bad people. They shouldn't be in our city.
But they demand that shit of Trump to every degree, to every nuance. Oh, good people on both sides. No, you better say fuck them and fuck their brothers. No, the left wing to me are the find outs of fuck around. That's what they are. They're all find outs.
But I tell you this, all right? Scout's honor. You go back. I forgot who was our buddy we did the debates with. Remember that? Like maybe a year or two ago, when before Trump got in, like we were doing a stuck or two, like where we did like a stuck in the middle of a debate. I forgot who your buddy was with the beard. Remember, like we did 2 debates with him. I think Adam was there at one time. Like we watched a live debate with Trump and Biden or something like that. And then we did the vice president. Joe, was it Joe? Joe, like your buddy Joe.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
All right.
I'm on record, and maybe a lot of people are, but I swear to you, I said how Trump is talking about getting rid of people from the country. It's like the Democrats cannot wait for him to fuck that up. And look what's going on right now. Like, this is, as what Dave Smith was saying, unfortunately, it is also a show of force from the right, from ICE, saying like, hey, don't fuck with America. That inadvertently or advertently or not, that is going to antagonize some people. And not just me, but a lot of people, I feel like we're saying like you got to do this the right way to where they can't get these opportunities. And it just seems like some of the ICE officers have been douchebags, so like you can't always hire the right person. Like, I get that, but like, I don't know, was there a better way that they could have gone about doing what they're doing right now and not giving the left all this type of TV time? Look how bad ICE is. Look how bad Trump is. He's taken this is, I swear, people predicted this shit verbatim.
It's an impossible playing field that would be requested. ICE has been given very clear orders under the law of the land to do what it is they've been doing to great success, to massive crime rates being dropped to numbers we've not seen in a very long time, credit never being given, and that is the sacrifice. It is that they have to be heavy-handed, as Trump is, and to get these results, regardless, to get these results, they have to go about it the way they have. There is no way to correct it. This is a lose-lose situation backed up against a corner.
Yeah. And so now you have states, you have a few states, a few counties who are not agreeing with what ICE wants to do. They're not helping out with what the federal government wants to do. And now you have Trump being like, hey, I might want to invoke the Insurrection Act. So now I ask you, are you aware of how many presidents before him have invoked such act, that have invoked such Insurrection Act? Actually, holy fuck, a lot of them have. Let me pull WordPad up.
Has Trump done it the most?
Well, one, he hasn't done it once yet.
Oh.
He hasn't brought up the insurrection. Like, he hasn't put it into effect yet at all. So that's never happened yet. So that's one thing going for him.
Just a quick shout out. Thank you, CFALs, Riddle Drid, and everybody engaging in the chat. Shamrock, we love you. It stops being protest when it becomes a riot. Remember how the hippies were always purposefully non-violent? Yeah. What happened to that? That's because they were actually protesting. They knew how to protest. They took their L's and their thumps. Remember the guy that we played who, with the heavy New York accent, made a beautiful point. And he had the records and the pictures to prove it.
Yeah,
I've been arrested and I'm still alive. You know why? Because after I crossed that line, which is when we're in a gray zone, because technically I'm protesting a law, and to do that, I have to step over this line just this bit. He's alive to tell the story.
And I'm going over on the side against people with guns. It goes back to the same thing. Like, regardless if you think that people with guns are right or wrong, they have a gun. Be smart about what you're doing with that against the person with the gun.
Yeah, you know, approach with caution and don't step on the gas.
Yeah, if you want to live to protest another day and help out another day, don't do something that could get you on the opposite end of that gun. Do something to where you can get that officer in trouble for trying to react in that way to try to unalive you. And you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a better way than sacrificing your life. Because now there's too much ambiguity going on over what happened and how it happened to really do any side any justice, right?
Absolutely. And the left has a martyr, and the right now has an example. And unfortunately,
and then vice versa. Remember Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, the right had a martyr and the left had an example.
Yeah, right. And this reminds me of that comedian and what he said, so I don't want to spoil that. Real Drid, indeed, unfortunately, it's important for me to read as a reminder, so, because I'm not always biased, but, I'm human. Unfortunately, it's the bad apples on both sides that get the greatest amounts of attention and make it seem like the bad behavior is the norm, not the exception. Amen to that.
Like, you know what's crazy is I hear so many people say that same sentiment, and it makes me wonder, like, why don't we all know and understand that? I hear so many people reiterate that time and time again, and I'm not accusing those who have said it. What I'm saying is, like, if we have said it, there's got to be many more people who realize the same thing.
Absolutely.
Why do we fall into these traps?
The ones that aren't openly advocating the same thing that we all know to be a universal truth are the ones with their ego agendas and biases.
Yep. All right.
They wouldn't even concede that little. Go ahead.
No. Like, and like, you know what's sad is in 2026, concession would help your argument so much if you concede just a little bit of ground and be like, you know what, you were right about that. That would help you out so much. Even if it was like nefarious, like even if I just wanted to concede ground just to, get my idea out there more, like I was doing it in a way where I didn't really want to concede the ground, but I was just kind of making you believe it. Like, that's how powerful concession is. Yeah. And nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Just like this.
It is the number one thing I seek out, especially in a leader. And I'll say this much: this is one of my critiques about Trump, who I heavily support. He doesn't ever really concede. He never really corrects himself or says, I was wrong about this or that. And that, that's important. It's important to be able to say, I am, not infallible. I made a mistake.
Like, we have to play devil's advocate and understand, like, what is the importance of never to be perceived as incorrect or weak. Like, maybe there is something to say about that. Like, no matter what, that's right or wrong, I can't be wrong because it's going to make us look weak. Like, who knows how that side of things goes? I'm not that person,
It's an overarching strategy at the end of the day. Have to be powerful.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of powerful, it's not just Trump who has invoked the Insurrection Act. This goes all the way back to George Washington, where early use against civil unrest and rebellions in the 1790s, including the Whiskey Rebellion era under the early militia acts that preceded the 1807 statute. So even before the Insurrection Act came to be a thing, something like that was used. John Adams did something similar. As the George Washington thing prefaced, in 1807, Thomas Jefferson then signed into law, set the legal foundation, though his district invocations were limited. He signed it into law, but there are still a few things he could not make happen, even if he wanted to invoke the Insurrection Act. So this goes to James Madison, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, Grover Cleveland. One of the more recent ones that matters to us in this time is Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1957, Little Rock, Arkansas. He federalized the Army to enforce the desegregation of Central High School over state resistance. The state in Arkansas, in Little Rock, did not want to desegregate their school. We are not going to allow black people and white people to go to school together. It must stay separate. Well, when this law was enacted, Arkansas said, we're not doing it. Well, Dwight D. Eisenhower sent in I think it was even the Air Force Division. He sent in some type of military. It wasn't necessarily the National Guard. He sent in somebody to escort 8 African-American children to this school. Said, fuck you. They're going to this school, whether you like it or not. You can go suck a dick. And Arkansas was
did you ever see that? I hope I'm referring to this right moment in history, but there's a brilliant clip.
Did you say this white moment in history?
A brilliant moment or right moment?
I said white. Okay, sorry.
There's this brilliant clip of a piece of shit segregationalist governor that was he gave his word and he followed through that they'd have to go over his body, and he stood in front of the school, and I think the Texas Rangers or the military, one of the two, came in and
went over his body.
He moved. He walked away.
He's like, you know what? You're right. I'm out. So
he was like Skeletor. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Not Skeletor. The other guy, whoever that is.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Dwight D. Eisenhower thing wasn't necessarily violence. It was just like, protests, like, we're not gonna let it happen. It wasn't to the extent Minnesota is.
It was enforcing peace.
Yeah, more so. It was exactly like, hey, we're gonna escort these fine gentlemen to school, and everyone else can, as our white lady friend said, fuck off.
Yeah. Maybe strange words to claw. Thank you, Great White. Maybe strange words to put together, enforce peace, but that's exactly how it played out, thankfully.
Yeah. Years later, in 1962 to 1963, John F. Kennedy, a similar effing thing, all right? In Mississippi and Alabama, he deployed federal troops to enforce civil rights and court orders, including the University of Mississippi and Alabama events.
That one I knew
thing.
about because of a movie.
Yes. And what was that one? Let me ask you.
Mississippi Burning?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Just testing you. Just making sure. And you know what's cool about that is I ain't never seen that movie, and I got no idea what it is. But because I said just testing it, and I said making sure what it is, it makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Gene Hackman, Guy Pearce. Check that shit out.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't. Is it a good movie? What's it called? What's it called? So I can write it down.
Sorry. A new name. So you know how I am with the new names.
What's the movie called before you forget? I'm sorry.
Oh, Mississippi Burning. Fantastic film. One of Gene Hackman's best performances.
Go ahead.
Oh, and the guy that
berate the new audience member, please.
The guy that plays Chucky's voice is in it too. Hubert. I saw you said we need Greenland. I'm completely not informed. That is something that I need to vet and look up because I am in no position to give any definitive answer. I am too nervous and insecure to say, yeah, let's go after Greenland. And also, I'll just be honest, transparency, it doesn't feel right. But by God, according to Nick Fuentes, fuck everybody. We're going to do as we please because we're America. So there's that. But what else you got there? Why are there so less? All right. I'm bearing with you. Presidents running for America. What? How can you have Trump? It's insane. Okay. All right. Word. So I don't think you meant the Greenland thing. But let me just kind of hone in on the spelling here. I'm gonna be that guy. Why are there so less presidents? I don't think they're president. Yeah, no A. You made ant like it's a president and an ant, like in an ant farm. LOL, an ant that's a president. You silly goose.
Wait. Maybe it was like PRESIDANCE, presidents. You know, like Trump does the YMCA. Presidents. I'm the president.
Oh, president. Okay.
Now I'm gonna presidents.
And now I caught on. And now,
yes,
I'm more so kind of appreciate.
You can
the humor.
If you feel like unaliving yourself after that, that's fine. I understand.
You can presidents if you want to.
You can leave your presidents behind.
You can leave your constituents behind.
You don't dance. He's no president.
What's up, Lord Sorman? I think I recognize you. Most of the country absolutely did not want Trump. Whoa.
What happened? What'd they say?
False.
What'd they say?
Most people did not vote, my man. Okay, Lords. Hey, your opinion is respected. As Josh likes to say, you're allowed to be wrong.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I will disagree. Most of the country did not vote for Trump. He got the popular vote. Everything else that was necessary, it happened. It's documented ad nauseum. He won. But I'd love to hear your case sometime.
Two more big ones. Ronald Reagan did the same thing. He reportedly invoked for domestic disturbances such as prison riots, Atlanta prison riots. However, some references differ on whether the legal technical requirements were met. And then finally, George H.W. Bush, during the 1992 Los Angeles riots, he invoked the Insurrection Act following the civil unrest of the Rodney King verdict. So the key notes here: total invocations in U.S. history, 30. Trump is not new. He'd be 31. It's a lot. There's what? He's president number 47? There's been 30, right? It's been like almost every president minus 17 of them. It's like more often than not, they invoked an Insurrection Act. They're like, you know what? Insurrection Act. I'm throwing that out there. You know?
Just a quick one-liner before I dive back in here. If you've just joined us, please feel free to hit that thumbs up as we continue to battle the ratioing and the censorship. And YouTube is a funky little place.
They are, man. They're fucking with our emotions.
This is crazy. The hyperbole that it even had me convinced that even though, and I just learned tonight, Trump never invoked the Insurrection Act.
No, he just kind
Never.
of teases it. He keeps teasing.
I was under the complete blind, ignorant assumption that he did, just because the media be mediaing.
This is like 2017, 2018 all over again. You know, like Stuck in the Middle started right after another show died out. You know, like you were like hardcore, like Trump be lying, and then like, you know,
oh God,
like
yeah,
we played
I was
media things, and media started being like, oh, media going to media. But listen, besides that, so presidents who invoked it, at least 15 different presidents across 200 years have invoked the Insurrection Act. Last confirmed use was 1992, 34 years ago. Modern threats, President like Donald Trump threatened to invoke it in 2020 and in 2025, 2026. But as early as 2026 is not have been formally invoked under his administration. What counts as invocation? An invocation means a formal presidential proclamation or order under the Insurrection Act that empowers those troops to be used domestically. Has not happened yet. Has not happened yet. He keeps like doing that thing where like he's hyperbolic, he teases it. So like people like they overreact.
He's great at that.
Yeah. You know, like Brock brought up a good point to me. He's like, he kept talking about invading Greenland. Now like Denmark, this country and that country went there. And they're like, oh, look at that. Now Denmark's all secure. And we didn't even have to go step in. Now Greenland's all secure. We didn't got to lay a foot in there.
See, heavy-handed. You can call him a shitty speaker, but strategy, motherfucker. And by the way,
the art of the deal, where you, it's the big ask. You ask for more than what you want. That way, they knock you down to what you actually were asking for. You were asking for them to just, can we all kind of protect Greenland from these fucks? So instead of asking that, be like, you know what? We're going to invade them. It's the best. I've never seen more snow than Greenland ever before. I know it's called Greenland. A lot of snow, completely off base. Let's go ahead and invade them. We're going to take it from them. And then all the countries were like, you know what? Not on our watch, eh? Whatever they fucking say. And then, you know, they all got together and they're all like, hey, we're protecting Greenland. It's like, yes, exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you.
Just masterful play. And, you know, it's easy to just co-opt everything that happened into the version you want. Yeah, I caught myself. Into the version you want and politicize it and say, oh, look what this war tyrant did. And he didn't actually do anything. He just kind of manifested something that we needed and wanted.
Right. And excuse me. Oh shit.
Yeah, the healthcare still sucks. I'm very critical regarding everything. We need so much improvement on our damn healthcare. I don't think there's a big focus from this administration. I hope there is.
Like with that
more
said,
in the future.
The idea of him invoking the Insurrection Act, who knows if that's a big play as well, to like get the states to kind of step up and get in there before he has to. And then they take control over it, but it doesn't seem like that's what's going on. Seems like they want them to come in so they can keep, you know, FAFOing.
Well, I mean, a whole population to find out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's go ahead. I think we'll go ahead and skip. I'm going to go ahead and completely remove this one from our ether. The New York City aide to Mamdani, the racist lady C. Weaver.
Oh, thank you.
We can just say racist lady works for Mamdani, says white people and people of color can never own a house. Actually, those properties need to be owned by the collective. When you own things, that means you like power, you like control. And then come to find out her mom, she's white, by the way, owns a $1.4 million house. And then when asked about that, C. Weaver goes, wah, 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 cries and runs away.
She did cry, yeah.
Yeah, cry and ran away. So we don't got to worry about that one.
Nope.
On to bigger and better things. And those things would be kind of what really got stuck going back again in the last half of last year. What really kind of got stuck on the map again was going over some of the wild and wacky Candace Owens things. All right. And she's been going down, as a lot of people know. Like there was one point in time when you were kind of like we were all on edge. Like, what is she going to say next? I can't wait. Like, she really keeps zigging and zagging from this to that, but it's really becoming apparent now. She's running out of things to point at. She's been rehashing some things. She's gone into the dream thing again. And all of a sudden, now she's like, oh, there's actually more to the dream that I've never told you before, but now I must tell you 4 months after the fact. What, September, October, November, December, January, 4 months. Oh my God, by the way, there was more to the dream I've never told you. So we played that last episode. I think I want to start with her biggest, or maybe do we save her biggest stretch yet for the final thing? Or do you want to start off on that? You tell me.
I mean, I don't know what you got other than the biggest stretch.
Okay. I'll tell you. So we have her biggest stretch yet. All right, I'll just say that. We have her biggest stretch yet has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk being a time traveler. All right, and has nothing to do with Alex Jones challenging her to a drug test. And has nothing to do with Candace Owens saying that Charlie Kirk is like the Flash. So there's so many separate things to this thing. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just go over one thing real quick.
Just to add, within the realm of this very topic is Alex Jones has gone on record from what I know, one of his very last live streams. He said he's prayed about it, talked to his family, his closest loved ones, and he is going to completely annex talking about Candace Owens ever again, because he gets so angry that he's concerned it might actually, like, I don't know, cause a coronary or something. He's too triggered by her.
All right, let's do that.
He's going to fully disengage.
What we're going to do is, like, since you brought that up, we're going to start with the most recent Alex Jones challenge, and then we'll go back to the beginning and work forward. So he was actually talking to Nick Fuentes during this interview. Yes. And he formally offers Candace Owens a challenge to a drug test. He's like, I've seen people who are on stimulants, and I know she's definitely on stimulants. I'll challenge her to Adderall. We'll do lines. He didn't say that, but he's like, we'll do lines together. We'll see how many people. We'll see how long we last for each lines, and we'll see when we all start seeing aliens. We'll see the first time. We'll see how many lines it takes for the first person to admit that Sandy Hook School was an inside job. We'll figure that out under all these lines we've been doing. Nothing? Okay.
You're too good at that. I'm going to just do my Nick Fuentes every time you do an Alex Jones, but all right.
Here we go.
We'll find nothing but nicotine. I'm going to say this. I challenge her to do a drug test. I will do one with her. We'll find nothing but nicotine and alcohol, and very little alcohol, a lot of nicotine. Candace, I want to say it, watching that, you can't fake crazy. That looks like Adderall-fueled schizophrenia to me.
I think it's pure crazy.
Well, it's clearly some form of psych.
What was that?
I think it's pure crazy / insanity that and not as an excuse, the pressure she has found herself in to be the arbiter of answers, sprinkled with a little bit of Adderall.
Or to keep it going, too. I got to keep my numbers up. What the fuck?
Psychosis. That was my first thought, is like, you almost can't even blame her. Like, this is literally just psychosis at this point. You could see it in her eyes. You could see it in those, like, she is totally sincere. She's totally authentic. She believes in what she's saying. And it's the craziest stuff I've ever heard. I mean, and we get into a lot of far-fetched stuff and conspiracies, and we like to speculate and do this sort of an intellectual exercise or something.
But we'll say we don't know. We'll say we don't know. And there's,
Right, but to lay it down and say, well, no one just says they're a time traveler. So the claim is that Charlie was a real time traveler, traveling through time using technology. And so when they were telling each other,
agents watching him because she did too.
Yeah. Well, and she goes, I'm in.
Wait, she did too. What? She time traveled?
I'll go. Well, yeah. She's an alien.
You know, I heard her say that.
She's an alien, and he's a time traveler. That's the only part I wanted to play was just him challenging her to a drug
she
test.
has connected her admission of being an alien with her love of cats. I don't know if that's an insinuation that there is a cat based alien life form out there, but I guarantee you that this is a setup. Oh, strike me down if I am wrong about this, or don't literally, but I guarantee you that she is insinuating she is a cat-like humanoid alien to combat the lizard-esque humanoid alien people. Because, you know, cats, that's their prey. Makes perfect sense. Well done, Candace.
I want to play just a little bit of this one episode, and then we'll get into her time traveler, her alien thing, and then her biggest fucking stretch yet. We're gonna have some fun with this. Enjoy this. This is the Candace Owens Comedy Hour. Actually, I should say it like this. Ready?
Yeah, this I've been honestly waiting for since we started the damn show. I'll be honest.
The Candace Owens Comedy Hour. Look, you know what I could do real quick is ask Suno to make us a song for the Candace Owens Comedy Hour. And just like see, like if you stall me like 1 minute, we could have a song real quick. What do you think?
Hey, Pitbulls.
What do you think?
I want to keep going.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to have some fun. Okay, that's fine. No problem. You want to be a fun record? That's fine.
You want to do a song?
That's
do
fine.
A song.
You want to be a fun record? That's fine. You can be a fun record. That's fine. That's fine.
Fucking shit.
You know, how about you ask the people? Do the people care? Do they
y'all-
want to hear a random ass theme song for Candace Owens? Or you want to keep going? I forgot.
Is it already there and made?
I can make it in 2 seconds.
Okay, hit 1 in the chat if you want this song. Hit 2 if we want us to move on.
Yeah, if you want me to very quickly make a Candace Owens Comedy Hour song.
Yeah. 1, satisfy Josh's OCD. 2, move on.
2, completely ruin my OCD and allow me to have a mental breakdown for the rest of the show. Please don't do number 2. Please don't do that.
You know, I've seen how this works, like on other shows. Like, don't donate. Let's see how this works out.
Hang on, ready? Okay. While people are thinking about it, make me a.
What? What? You already starting the song? What the hell is that?
Make me a Suno.
Having a stroke?
Prompt for.
I don't know what thumbs up means. Great White Wolf 2. Thank you, Duraku. Hey, feel free to subscribe. I don't want to say please. That sounds desperate. Please, kindly subscribe to the channel because we're not going to stop. We're going to be at this 2 to maybe 3 times a week, and we're always going to strive to be better than we were the day before.
All right, opening Suno. T minus 30 seconds.
You can't.
I just had it make me a prompt so I can do this the right way. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we're building the song. Okay. All right, we're about like
hey, the locale that we know of but we don't mention. He's graced us in the chat and randomly said your cilantro is dead and then retracted the message. But welcome. Your channel. So, you know, just to mention, you are uploading shorts that are mostly unrelated to your bullshit. And it's when I did comics, you know, people watch that shit. And then, you know, while you're getting the subs you get, they're going to see you for who the fuck you are. And your live streams. What's the point, locale? 6-hour streams just to delete it? Hilarious.
No, he's definitely
and you're also going after as many people as you can, hoping that some form of detractor will be like, oh, I'm gonna glaze this fucking guy. Dude, you're a loser. You're dead inside. Get right with God to practice what you preach.
He's definitely buying views and subs. That's
welcome to he's using every little cheap trick in the book.
All right, Candace Owens Comedy Hour song. Here we go. Ready?
Little projection.
This is it right here.
You drunk?
No.
You drunk?
That was the groove song. Come on. Come on, Suno. You're fucking with me right now, you fuck. All right, hang on a second. It's playing the song I was playing during
Which one is still there, you fucking freak? You got, the last time I checked, yeah, you got
Here we go.
live streams.
From wherever the ratings say.
You have a catalog.
It's the show you love to hate watch. Hate to love. Put your hands together. Adjust your outrage. It's time. Candace Owens Comedy Hour.
Oh shit.
In the take. Crank up the power. Oh yeah. Is it news? Is it roast? Who can say in this shower? Candace Owens Comedy Hour.
Candace Owens Comedy Hour. All right, there we go. That's all we needed. I just needed like a cheesy 80s video. I just needed the Candace Owens Comedy Hour. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I just needed a little theme right there. That's it.
No
That's
solidarity. Listen, Locale, you've made a career of making claims that you can never fucking prove. Why the fuck should we? I don't trust or rely on a single thing your Locale ass does. Go make more pictures of the people you claim to hate that take up space in your mind 24/7 and stare at them for fucking 8 hours. You fucking weirdo.
Don't even worry about him. He's boring.
I know.
Boring.
You're right.
It's just it's silliness at this point.
So let me hear the
here's some of it. We'll play the very beginning part.
Horrible song that I never wanted a part of.
Excuse me,
OCD man.
It's a fantastic song. It's the Candace Owens Comedy Hour. We've
fucking boo.
We should have had a theme song for our Candace Owens bits a long time ago. We should have known that this shit was goofy as fuck a long time ago, and we should have been doing it as such a long time ago. So boo all you want, but it's more like a hindsight to what we've been doing. You know what? This is what it has been. It's been a whole comedy hour when it comes to Candace Owens and her goofy shit and her latest goofy shit right now.
A cavalcade of comedy, dare I say?
Ooh, there you go. I like the alliteration. The Candace Owens cavalcade of comedy. See? That's not bad. Where were you on that one?
Hey, I'm good for a $20 word or two.
Shit, man. Fucking damn it.
Oh, way to eat the booger on the while watching our stream. That's a weird kink.
Oh my god. That's true, dude. You made me puke. If you go back to the last stream, I couldn't bear it. Like, dude, thank you to Ben Thrifton who fucking who told us to go watch that video.
Shout out Ben Thrifton,
who fucking got
Rich
that.
Newbuck,
but
all the people that have, this Locale has continued to make so many locales. I don't care how many people find him, I don't know, good enough to subscribe to in that moment. But oh, by God, you will lose everything. You will fail at everything.
Bro, his weird ass is sitting there watching us, and then he picks the most thickest boogie, and he's like, yeah. Just like he picks it and he eats it. It's just like, I remember us trying to watch it on stream. I was like, and then and I couldn't even watch it.
I mean, bro, we've had parties where we've drank too much.
We ate gross foods. Remember
moonshine,
with our buddy
foods.
Randy, we fucking drew straws and we had to eat some crazy ass foods. Nary a vomit there.
Yeah, no, that was the strongest reaction I've seen from you, sir.
Yeah. All right, here's Candace.
Where should we begin, you guys? Let's just say that there have been a lot of misguided PR operations since Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I think that is putting it mildly, right? A lot of PR blunders, so to speak. Let's see, there was a Operation He Wasn't Catholic Curious, followed by Operation Candace Hasn't Spoken to Charlie in Years, followed by Operation LOL Egyptian Planes.
Doesn't that give you, like, did you just get douche chills with that?
I mean, I remember this part from our last live. We played this.
All right, like, so as long as we're up to that part, perfect. So now we can move on. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm glad we're up to speed. So now we'll get to her latest theory that Charlie Kirk was an alien and that that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler and that she was in fact an alien the whole time. She teases it at the end of this episode as like this big thing to be like, oh, you got to watch, just watch it. Like this is how she does it. So this is at the end of this episode that we watched last time.
Dead air.
What I wanted to talk about today.
I'm panicking. Okay.
However, I'll save it for tomorrow. But this Project Looking Glass in the CIA, I wonder what they saw. Looking into the future, stealing not Egyptian but Sumerian technology, which is what they did. These are culture vultures. These Egyptsies is what they are. They wear whatever mask they need to. Do I have to pretend to be Catholic? Do I have to pretend to be Jewish? Do I have to pretend to be Muslim? No, they're thieves. They're glorified thieves is what these people are. And they've always been this since the beginning of history. And they stole some Sumerian technology that allowed them to predict outcomes. And that technology stopped working in 2012. We're going to get into that tomorrow. I find it to be fascinating. I wonder if they saw Charlie Kirk.
What?
Anyways.
Well, I see. I've only seen these little quips here, but on too lazy to tries shit. Wow, what is she wondering if like time traveling Sumerians ran into Charlie Kirk in like a fucking wormhole?
because she's alluding to the fact that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler.
Right. Oh yes, no.
They would have crossed paths, you know, as one would as a Sumerian person with their technology.
I'm disappointed. Did you not know that Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 were inspired by Charlie Kirk?
Fuck! No!
Well, yup. Now you do. And now we're not best friends because I thought you knew. See, Fowls knew.
Whatever, this is stupid. I didn't want to do this anymore. This is stupid.
Well, you are a poo-poo head. But we'll
sorry, I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I feel like you're just talking the back of my head because the ears ain't listening.
Project Looking Glass by wait, sorry, and I apologize.
I'm sorry,
I know we hurt your feelings. We'll let you in the Sumerian club afterwards.
I'm sorry.
Project Looking Glass was BS. She is mixing up the gateway process, which is known as the Monroe Institute. I'm familiar with this. This also has nothing to do with the gate school stuff. She is so easy to pwn.
She's a pwn. Like, you know what? Candace Owens. You know, you can't say Owens.
Look at you, Pun Master Flex. I had lost all hope.
Thank you.
You missed a few priors earlier,
Richard,
but you know.
I can't be onto everything, all right? You know, you got to give me some breathing room here, some acceptance to not be perfect all the time. You know,
to my chagrin.
I know.
Yes, no reply. I'm convinced you know everything, by the way.
All right, let's move on. So she teased the time traveler thing in the episode prior.
Richard?
Okay. Now she's going to get into it a little bit. This is where she delves in to Mr. CK being a
TM.
No, time traveler.
Messages that he was a time traveler and he had.
And she just gets right into it. There's no like, guess what, folks? It's like, nope, he's a TT.
No Vaseline with this one.
Yeah, right up the anal. So,
why did Charlie think he was a time traveler? He said, as I showed you in earlier messages, that he was a time traveler and he had to find me. Is that just something people are saying to their homies in text messages? And again, not anything.
So do you see where she gets the idea that it's true? It's like, this is not something that normal people say to their friends in text messages. So he's a time traveler because that's not normally said in bro text messages. Does that check? Does that check out?
I mean, I'm trying to remember the one time where you said some things that I wasn't like. I knew
specifically. Has a bro ever told you they're a time traveler?
Like, not technically, dude. You know, I had.
So who are you to speak on it then, bro? If it never happened to you, bro.
Look, there's this one time you were talking about the Mesopotamians, dog, and I was on to you. I thought. But
but bro. I said I learned about them in history, bro. I didn't say I traveled back in time. I said, I just came back from history class and I learned about the Mtamians. That's what I said, bro.
I did. Okay, you was repping the Mtamians via the history link, clink. I misappropriated. I just felt like using that word. The information and thought you was
Mesopotamians, bro. Mesopotamians, man. Mesopotamians, bro. Mesopotamians.
Yo, you gotta be. We're on YouTube. You can't be throwing up the M, the meso, to the SO.
All I was saying is like, dude, you know what I love? M&M's, cuz it's my favorite chocolates, dude. I love me M&M's, man. They the
Who's
shit.
the doc? Who's the doc to Charlie's Marty?
Who's the doc to Charlie's Marty?
Who's the doc? Marty has Doc. Doc has Marty.
I think it was Bill. I think it was Bill Montgomery, and he passed away too.
No,
you're gonna get COVID, Marty. I swear, you're gonna get COVID. Don't get the vaccination, Marty. You'll get COVID.
They just went to the West.
Bill died of COVID. I was joking. That was a joke.
Well,
he
died of COVID in the Wild West.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so against vaccinations," but then he died.
He made an appearance in Red Dead Redemption 2, but you got to be a pro to catch it.
Well, looks like I got tuberculosis, Dutch.
That was inspired by the Bill, whoever the fuck you talked about.
Oh, Arthur.
Trump is the doc. Damn it.
Shit.
Oh, that kind of hurt. No reply.
Trump is
the
doc.
That's Fuego.
Fuck.
Again, he knows everything, this guy.
A little more with Candace Owens.
Who hired you? Who hired you? No reply.
Who did it? Who did it?
That I would have placed so much emphasis on back when he was saying it, but it came to fruition. The other parts, he did die young. Why did he think that him dying young was necessary in order to...
So he's like, hey, I think I'm going to die young. He did die young. So then, therefore, that means he also said, hey, I think I'm a time traveler. Therefore, ergo, apropos. But is he from the future or the past? I'd like to know.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Where's he traveling from? You know?
He has a look. All right. Like, rest his soul, God bless. He has a look that's like from the 1950s.
I was going to say, he's got that I died on the Titanic look. You know?
Okay.
Right?
I'm vibing with that.
Right.
Vibing with that.
Right.
But the wisdom, the knowledge he's dropping.
First class Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, okay, deaf.
Yeah.
Most deaf.
First class Titanic. He was women and children first. He was like, me and then W and C's first.
All right, I gotta read this. Dude, no reply is on Fuego as always. Remember Trump's uncle, who Trump is named after, is the person who got the Tesla files when Nikola Tesla passed away, and Donald Trump knew Charlie Kirk all of Charlie Kirk's life. And that's actually true. That's not false. That's real shit. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Google it later.
Yep.
All right,
he was like, I was there when you were born. I saw Charlie Kirk when he was a little boy. It's like, you know what? One day you're gonna grow up. You're gonna found the greatest institution that has ever helped out the conservative party in the modern age, and that's gonna be Turning Point USA. And I've been there for all of that. Mark my words, Mr. CK.
You're too on point that I'm actually afraid YouTube is gonna shut us down. But for the audience, we will continue on for you.
All right. More
to change things. He did die young. It is related to Turning Point USA in some way or another. At the very least, we can all agree it's related to him speaking at a campus event for Turning Point USA. I'm totally occupied by this. I tell you, I read these messages and I'm going, what is this? What is reality, actually? And he died.
That doesn't help her, right? That doesn't help her saying that. The fact that she said that's like, oh, got you.
That reminds me of our old co-host, Adam, when you told me about him going up to you at the old job. Josh, why do we die? Like, this is, to me, it's her going, is this real life?
Like David after dentist.
Yeah.
Is this real life?
Yeah. Oh, my God. They got to meme her face, like AI it over that kid's face.
We could do that.
Oh, we could.
Maybe the other guy will steal it from us.
He will.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was related to this organization. And I think we would all agree that his death and the manner that they did it changed the world in ways that I don't think we can fully realize, or certainly not in a way that I can articulate. You just cannot pretend that all of this is one big unhappy coincidence. It's entirely plausible, I think plausible, that they knew something about Charlie. And that's why they had him marked and had him monitored and had him likely followed since he was young.
So like he was tagged by the Kryptonians before
Sassy
it
toxin.
blew up.
Sassy toxin. Yep. Had it since day one. Like, this guy, he's going to be good. You got to keep an eye on him. He's going to get me elected in about 30 years.
That sounds like exactly how Trump would play this out.
That's what Candace is saying. She's like, they had an eyeball on this guy. They knew he was up to no good. Started making trouble in his neighborhood. He got in one little assassination.
No shit.
And his wife got scared. She's like, I'm moving.
I'm taking over TPUSA.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe they thought, like the agents think, that if they swarmed him and they stayed with him and they pretended to be his friend, that ultimately they could control Charlie and perhaps change an outcome. They could literally change an outcome related to Charlie. So when for the first time in his life, because I do believe he was managed, I mean, I've already said I was handled. I didn't recognize that I had agents. And for the first time in his life, Charlie peeks his head up and starts to push back in a meaningful way. They couldn't stop him from becoming bigger. That seemed to be inevitable. But they panicked. They seem to have panicked, right? I mean, this is just starting to happen within a year.
She loves the they stuff. They seem to have they
are always theying. She loves them theys.
Who? They.
It's
they.
When Charlie's going like, hey, man, I don't actually think this. I don't actually believe this. And then he goes, you know what? Take the money. Take the money out of the organization. And they panicked. They freaked out.
Yes, they freaked out. He's a time traveler.
I gotta look this shit up real quick. Wait. No TPUSA believing this and not acting right is there. Okay, you can keep playing, but I gotta see if any of the comments on one of these lives like are like chick, lady, person, cat.
How about this one? This is where she says Charlie Kirk ran so fast that he would take out lights. He was like the Flash.
Oh, I just spit on my mic.
Yeah, you should, because it's that stupid.
Swoop in and go, who is this genius child, you know? And a lot of weird things used to happen to Charlie. He would go on runs. I think I told you guys this after sundown. And when he was running, street lights would go out. Like it was like he was in.
Come on, man. I want to talk to the person that I know and I want to see what they think about this. Like, so he ran by street lights and they went out. Well, Candace said so. So yeah, he did.
Watch this.
Yeah, I'm watching.
You watching?
You okay?
You see what happened there?
I didn't. Like there was light and then you're gone.
Hold on. No.
Oh.
I'm moving that fast. I am
Whoa. It's like a strobe effect.
God. Guys, I'm trapped. Marty, Doc, Steve Al's, Shamrock, Tech, everybody, help me. Riddledred. I'm in between time streams right now. Oh goodness. I see the Titanic. That's not Leonardo DiCaprio. That's Charlie Kirk. There's
slow down, Eli. You're moving too fast.
I can't do it, Josh. I'm watching Candace.
You're moving too fast.
Oh, I shouldn't be talking slow because
ready. Like now you do that thing where like now you've completely slowed down time and I'm completely frozen, but you can talk. Like you're moving too fast.
Oh God. While I have this time, audience, I see in 20 years ago, Candace Owens claims to have never benefited from racism, but oh my God, here she is shortly after high school. Her and her mother, they're calling the NAACP, and they sued the high school over racism. Oh my God. I'm I'm in the wormhole and she is a liar. Okay.
Fast. You're moving too fast. What are you doing, man? Slow down.
Bro, yeah. I kind of lost it a little bit there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, dude. All of a sudden, like, I felt like I got a really quick headache. And like you were like, it's like you took your camera out and like flashed my eyes real quick. Like,
look, I'll admit, all right, when I saw the movie Flash and I was very disappointed, the disappointment manifested into superpowers after Candace Owens gave me permission to have them.
yeah, I don't believe you, but whatever, dude. We'll keep going on.
Asshole.
That shit's definitely fake. So whatever you want to think, it's on you. You know, like I said, like I always say, that's fine. You can be wrong in your opinion. That's cool.
At your own risk, I am the Flash. No, Charlie Kirk is the Flash. I'm sorry. All right. So, do continue.
Yes.
A burst of energy, like he was a lightning bolt or something.
That was it.
Oh my God.
He's
what the
he's
fuck?
Flash. Charlie Kirk is the Flash.
Wait, did you pull that up or was that just there?
No, that's just in the video.
Oh, thank God.
I don't want to get struck. It's just Charlie Kirk, the Flash. So
Yeah,
there
no.
you go.
Thank you, Tech, calling us cinema. Chef's kiss. Maybe Candace is the time traveler. She's trying to throw us off the scent. Damn it.
Son of
Damn
a
it.
bitch.
Tech, you're onto something and it's dangerous.
Now I present to you and everyone out there Candace's biggest stretch yet. God, I hope she warmed up before making such an attempt because she might pull a muscle as far as this stretch goes.
At
because
the very least, I hope.
When you hear her build up what you're about to watch, I really thought like, oh man, Daily Wire really pulled some shit or whatever this video I was about to watch. Like, oh, they really they really took it too far. I'll let you be the judge in this whole thing. She's gonna build up this thing where she's like, they're trying to assassinate me. They're giving out my schedule.
Is it Macron's balls again that are after her? Or what?
I hope so. It's Brigitte Macron's can of soup nuts, just really just chucked right on her fucking forehead. Here we go.
And this brings me to Daily Wire. Unhinged. I don't even know what to say. They have dropped another video that kind of, if I'm being honest, feels like a laced threat. They are
all right. Feels like a laced threat, right? If I'm being honest, feels like a laced threat. All right. Mark that down.
Planes, but they have put in a voiceover, again, dropped on my old socials. So using my face to attack me in a
So they put in a voiceover.
Mocking Egyptian planes, but they have put in a voiceover.
Mocking Egyptian planes.
Again, dropped on my old socials. So using my face to attack me in a really strange way by suggesting that they are following my every move and my every personal decision that I make, that they will be watching me. So I'm going to let you watch the video that they dropped.
So what do you think this video could be about? Like after all that build up, I thought, in my opinion, it was gonna say, Candace Owens, we're following you. You know, I thought it was gonna be like really heavily biased to what she's saying. Like it was gonna paint her words in a good light as to where she wasn't stretching the truth because of all the assumptions.
Unequivocal evidence.
Yeah, she's really talking as if like you're about to see what I just said right here. There's video proof. Watch this. What I just said.
That's what I'm expecting, and nothing short.
Yeah, this right here.
I'll be very disappointed if this isn't exactly what she built it up to be.
Well, buddy, keep any sharp objects and/or guns away from you at this moment because you might be heavily disappointed.
So I'm gonna let you watch.
TOS, you're right. You're right.
On my show.
Gosh. Can't get away from this bitch. Fine.
Oh! You should be obsessed with traveling. Not just the destination, but the experience of getting there. When you travel with us, you'll feel warmth, you'll feel welcomed, and you'll feel watched. Because every seat comes with the peace of mind of knowing someone is following you. Following you with 2 planes. This is what you can expect when you fly with. At Egyptian Air, we definitely never mix up our time zones, flight numbers, or flight times. We know every journey is your personal business. After all, your personal business is our business, is our motto. Egyptian Air, wherever you travel,
we will follow.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's absolutely it from that video. Let me go back to this screen real quick. I'm gonna rewind just a few moments so you can kind of see her kind of grinning and bearing while this video is being played. So you kind of saw the video up in full. So remember, she said this video is a direct attack on her. Talked about her schedules, giving up. She even mentioned she's gonna be assassinated.
Me.
Where the fuck?
So I'm gonna let you watch the video that they dropped on my socials.
Who dropped this video? Who's the they?
not just
Can
the
I get that?
destination, but the experience of getting there. When you travel with us, you'll feel warmth, you'll feel welcome, and you'll feel watched. Because every seat comes with the peace of mind of knowing someone is following you with 2 planes. This is what you can expect when you fly with At Egyptian Air, we definitely never mix up our time zones, flight numbers, or flight times. We know every journey is your personal business. After all, your personal business is our business, is our motto. Egyptian Air, wherever you travel,
we will follow.
Okay, now who is the they? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Who dropped that in their socials?
Did they say Candace Owens' name on that video? Did they mention anything about her schedule or her being assassinated?
It's a vibe thing.
If I dropped that video on your timeline, would you be in fear for your life?
Who fucking dropped it?
Because they made like Egyptian Air, wherever you go, we will follow. Hey, maybe we're in different, like all the things she fucked up, they were like shots at like, hey, even though we're in different time zones.
Who dropped it? Who?
I think she's implying Daily Wire made the video and like tagged her in or something like that. Hang on. All right, okay, hang on. One more time. We'll go back to the beginning and let's.
I don't want to watch it again.
Now that we know, but like it's gonna like I'm gonna answer your question. Like I can't lie to you and say I think this is what she says it came from.
And this brings me to Daily Wire. Unhinged. I don't even know what to say. They have dropped another video that kind of, if I'm being honest, feels like a laced threat. They are mocking Egyptian planes, but they have put in a voiceover, again, dropped on my old socials. So using my face to attack me in a really strange way by suggesting that they are following my every move and my every personal decision that I make, that they will be watching me. So I'm
holy assumptions, Batman.
All right, yeah, and my apology when I said don't play it, and I meant the fucking Egyptian.
No. I want we're not playing that part. I'm not.
Dude. Wow, dude. Like, okay, isn't it in the realm of sanity? Couldn't that have been a fucking troll, given everything she said? Like a damn troll. A troll. A fucking troll.
It would only behoove her and her audience for her to make it to seem like it is real, though. So yeah, sure, it could have been a troll. It could have been for shits and giggles.
No, she has to. She her only chance at anything, because of the position she's stuck in, is to make that a real thing, given the specific audience she has. And I'm confused. I looked at her last live stream. I don't see comments that are critical of shit. Typical. I am going to spend at least 30 minutes after this live stream. I need to find at least one comment that's like, bitch, what the fuck? There's a F. Fuentes, we don't need him comment. Interesting. This is, oh, they must be going at each other. I know they hate each other. Dude.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing of that on her page. I'm sure they're all like, yeah, no, she's totally cool. Love Candace. So there you go.
Do you happen to remember how long ago that particular live was?
That one where she talks about the time traveler. I'll tell you what it's not called. I believe it's the one after that. I'll go to my notes.
I got like 9 days ago. She did Ben Shapiro's.
No.
Legacy.
It's this week. It's this week. It's
This week.
Yes. It's not. Let's see. We'll go down to
the
Candace.
past is prologue. Why Charlie Kirk was
like there's something like is there one of the titles that has shining in it? Shining.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so it's the one after that. Remember, she's in like the white shirt.
Okay, Project Looking Glass, right?
I think so. Yes.
That's what we just referenced.
Is she in the white shirt? Is she in that white shirt? Like that white.
Yep. All right, please.
So what you're looking for, like negative comments against what she's saying?
There's gotta be.
No.
I need some faith restored in humanity. I'm in the wrong place.
Ain't happening.
She's actually. She's heart reacting comments. That she is desperate. She's usually too big for this shit. I don't understand. One of my university professors admitted giddily that he knows people working at CERN and that they definitely do satanic. Oh, I'm gonna cry all night.
Yeah, well, listen. Let's turn that frown upside down. Let's play a few palate cleansing videos to get the F out of here, and we'll have a good rest of our weekend, as I hope everyone else out there does. Holy shit, time to palate cleanse a little bit. This was wild. I know Eli's really sidetracked by all the Candace Owens nonsense going on in her chat. No, I'm saying, but I know you're taken aback by the blind loyalty in there.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I get it.
There's people admitting that they feel like they're into it. They're cat aliens too because they were introverts. Oh man,
cat aliens? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Lord.
because she did say that's why I feel like I've always gotten along with cats, and because the aliens think the Earth is like what the holy shit, gag order this bitch, man, 5150 this bitch.
All right, check this out. This guy maybe should be gag ordered as far as riding a scooter or bike around anymore. Check this out. He's going the wrong way on a bicycle, but what better way to pretend as if you weren't in the wrong, right? Like you're going down the wrong lane on a highway, all right, and you accidentally run into a car head on coming at you. What better way to act as if nothing happened than just to go to sleep? Never mind. I did nothing wrong. Enjoy this video. This comes, I think, a way of like Mexico, maybe.
Via Mexico?
Check this out. This is hilarious. He crashes. Ready? Look, ready?
Holy shit.
He's back to sleep.
Oh, no.
Yep.
No.
Especially when the hand goes between the legs, you got your elbow up like that. Like he goes right back to sleep. Like he crashes hardcore, and then he goes like, you know what? I didn't do anything wrong, really.
Hey, Just Scotty, good to see you, man.
Come on, that was fantastic.
Dude, can you play that one more?
Yes,
I gotta see that.
You want full you want us in there, or you want full screen?
I don't care. I can't believe my eyes.
Let's see. Okay, we got us in there.
This dude got full on hit. Imagine if that's how it went down with the ICE officer. He got hit and just like nap style, not like knocked out conscious style.
Full screen. Enjoy this. All right, Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the collision and everything. Full screen audio involved, and the guy decides, you know what? I'm going back to sleep.
Holy shit, Taki. Okay. Are you kidding? Oh
and there's a horn.
I am absolutely perplexed on how this all worked out.
Huh?
Dude, there's comments on Candace's shit talking about, oh my god, Candace knows the Blacktail Pikachu Matrix. I don't know what the fuck they're on. All right,
Blacktail Pikachu Matrix. Whoa,
bro. I'm gonna stop. Like, this is a new addiction. C-Fouls, I may have to call you for some support. Okay, all right. God, okay, one more time. 0922 and the secret sauce. Okay, this is the episode that I found out that Candace knows. Then there's a pair of eyes looking Blacktail Pikachu, comma, Matrix script stolen. What the fuck? Okay. All right, I'm ready to Minecraft on a live.
Can I? How about this? How about this? Let me change your mind. Like, have you ever been punched so hard before that you get knocked into Down syndrome?
Oh, is this?
Have you ever been
the one
punched
where
that
she
hard?
does one huge lunge forward?
I'm not sure. I just came across this 3 days ago.
Okay,
This showed up on my feed.
Might be the.
It's going around everywhere right now. Like,
yeah. This
there
is
was a
legendary.
professional video going on. There was this side video going on, and there's another video going on of somebody with their cell phone seeing how she ended up getting caught by the cops after it. But this one is like the most clearest of them all because like you see her face before and after, and that's what makes it fantastic. Enjoy.
Yep.
Our planet right now?
One.
Our planet right now? On our planet right now? And then bam! All right, so she had a normal face before, right? And we're gonna get a little up close. And she's look at that. She's Down syndrome now. She wasn't before. She was normal before.
She's Candace Owens.
Yeah, she got Candace Owens. Like, I just saw Charlie Kirk time travel.
Yeah, she's having one of them dreams right now. Charlie?
That was a hell of a punch, though, right?
I know the follow through is like fucking poetic.
Look, check out
her whole body.
I think
went with
this
that
is
punch.
the angle. Is this the angle? Like, there's one that was filmed with a professional camera, and it's like, oh yeah, it's not this one. Hang on. That's the, check this out. Yeah, it was filmed with a professional camera. Like, it's literally called Street Fights. Somebody from Street Fights was filming this.
YouTube is cool with the physical shit, man.
It's there. Look at this. So, like, I mean, this is a professional camera.
You get beat up every time. From the shoulders, go. From the shoulders.
Hey, that's my girl right here.
Oh boy.
I was just showing you the quality of this video. We don't gotta. I'm trying to not play the whole thing properly.
No, I got you. No, but it gave me a moment to see how perfectly lined up that shit was.
Oh yeah. They were ready to go. I really want to know what happened before all this happened, before she got knocked Down syndrome into her. And
sincere questions about the planet. Why wouldn't anybody ask?
I want to do one more, and I think that'll take us out for the night. This one, if you haven't seen it by now, you're missing out. Hopefully you have. This is like, you have those suits out there where like you can put on this like you put on like, it's almost like motion capture suits, but like now you're connected to a robot that does your moves. All right.
Bet, got you.
So
And
this
Scotty,
guy,
I'm proud of you, brother. You quit smoking. Fantastic. Keep going. All right,
who quit
sorry.
smoking?
My homeboy Scotty.
That's what's up,
Amen,
man.
bro.
Congratulations,
Amen.
Scotty. That's awesome. That's a difficult thing. Let's see. Historically, where the fuck did it go? I might have lost it. Hang on a second. There we go.
Wait, which video were you looking for?
The guy where he kicks him. There we go. I got it.
The guy, knowing you, of course, is this. I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
He kicks himself. So he's wearing a mocap suit with an AI robot attached to that suit, essentially. So whatever the guy does, the robot's going to do. And the guy,
my goodness.
the guy,
oh my god,
he throws a kick and kicks himself in the nuts with the robot, and then the robot does the same move as he does.
So cool.
Oh, I gotta make it.
This is a
smaller.
metaphor. This is an analogy for like humankind and AI. Like when AI starts destroying us, let's pretend that maybe. That's so great.
The fact that the robot.
Fucking.
So good.
And the
So
AI bot looks like fucking kind of cute.
I know.
When it's doing that, like, oh, I feel more bad for the AI bot than I do the damn human.
And the AI bot threw a hell of a kick too. Holy shit!
Oh man, it's a good snap, like Ron Jones shit right there.
Yeah, they're getting fucking better and better at that nonsense. Better watch out. Better watch out.
Not related, maybe related. I don't know. Bert Kreischer, he sucks. So I listen to detractor channels about him because he sucks. That man was talking about wearing the Oculus and doing all kinds of extracurricular sexual activities on there, and I don't know. Listening to that man explain it makes me fear for all of humankind, because he described how he spent a week. He doesn't even sleep with his wife anymore. Separate beds, his own room. 1 week with the Oculus, jerking the gherkin every freaking day, having threesomes with the Oculus, dude. There's too many things that.
Do you think he's being serious, or he's being a little jokey with it?
Nope. I'll send you the clip. He's absolutely serious.
I know Bert Kreischer for sure. Like I
yeah. No.
But all right.
But anyway, we did the thing.
Yeah, we did the thing. I'm trying to, Suno's taking its hot time. I'm trying to pull up our fucking closing song here, but hot damn.
Yeah, I forgot we have one of those.
We do. For whatever reason, though, I think we're getting off just in time. If the stream isn't ended by now already, it's probably about to end any moment, because holy shit, it's all over the place right now.
Well,
as far as the connection goes.
While Josh goes on about all that, I'll say no reply. Shamrock, Tech, Scott, C-Fowls. I know there's some of you that were here earlier, and there's definitely more of you here. Those of you watching in the background or whatever the case, if you're watching later, we appreciate that. We appreciate that you even have joined us to engage, to agree, to disagree. It can get contentious. We're all passionate, but it is truly the art of dialogue that we hope will keep this thing going. For as long there is dialogue, there is Stuck in the Middle. Please feel free, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share it on any platform that you can. And you can count on seeing us again and again. We got more tricks up our sleeve, I promise you that.
We'll see. We'll get some guests going soon. We'll have some fun. Stuck in the Middle. We did it again. Another show in the books. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. As Eli said,
Riddle Drid, C-Fowls. My God, I'm. Hold me to C-Fowls. Just text me tomorrow, or call.
Tomorrow we need to talk about Discord, and we need to talk about, you and I also need to talk about separately about figuring out what guests we're doing and how we're doing it. So we got some plans for Stuck. We got to figure this out so we can actually see them into fruition, not just keep talking about them like a bunch of losers.
Amen to that. And remember, laugh at the locale.
Ha 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 ha. Stuck in the Middle.
Wiener.
If you give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't yet. One of the biggest things that helps us out too is sharing that link externally. So any social media, echo. Any social media that you do have, share that link out there. Would help us out. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I love doing this for you guys and hanging out with you guys, and love hanging out with Eli and all that fun stuff. So, Eli, take us away, sir.
It's the last thing we have fun doing. Please keep it. No. God bless. Take care. We'll see you the next time. Stay stuck.
Oh!
Hello,